Hello and welcome back to Gone with the Wind. And today's a very special episode, but we'll get into it for a moment. For now, this is Rooflemonger, and this is...
BABERUTHLESS.
There we go. So yeah, we're a very special episode. I think we're episode 12. There we go. But it's a very special episode in that we're going to be covering not as many episodes this time around, 72 through 75, the end of Greed Island.
Right.
But we're officially now over halfway done Hunter x Hunter, which I think is an accomplishment.
We're halfway gone with the wind.
Yeah.
That was a terrible pun. But yes, we're halfway done now. And it's really funny because I was looking at how Netflix decides how many episodes fall into each season. And it's the next arc right after that is literally it's 60.
It's basically half
episodes
of all the show. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically half of the show. There's a little arc at the end of that, and then it's the end of the anime essentially. So
it's like Dragon Ball, half of all Dragon Balls, like the Buu Saga, basically.
Yeah, basically. And this next arc is very long. It's where you see a lot of the really I feel famous parts of Hunter x Hunter, like Gon being an adult form and meeting the guy that looks like Cell or whatever.
Yeah, the guy what looks like Cell, the Neko arc boy, girl. I always get conflicting status on the gender of this cat person.
I don't know if so I feel from my understanding, and I could totally be wrong here, but I feel in the manga they were kind of gender neutral, so they used a lot of they them pronouns, but then I feel the anime kind of implies that she's a her. So
for anime really it's everything that's not a super masculine dude is voiced by a woman in anime.
That's fair. I'm pretty sure Killua and Gon are also voiced by women.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to bet money on it.
Yeah, so it's hard out. So we'll get canceled when we misgender when we get there, I guess. And of course the famous Chimera Ants, which I'm currently one episode ahead, so we'll save it for next time. But I saw the ant. It done bit Killua, and then it got its head blown off. And it was literally an ant. I didn't know what I was expecting for Chimera Ants, but it was literally an ant. So I thought it was a turn of phrase, but
I mean, they are, they're literally ants, but then some of them don't look like ants. So they'll get into it. They have a whole explanation as to how that happened. So
yeah, but yeah, so we're over halfway through. So our Hunter x Hunter journey has lasted a lot longer than Nen Impact's. We started this show because of Nen Impact. Literally, the reason we started this is because of Nen Impact. And, we lasted longer than 2 days. So we lasted a lot longer than Nen Impact did.
I mean, to be fair, I'm sure there are people out there that are playing it that love Nen
God bless every single one of them.
And kudos to you guys. I actually heard that they did a balance patch, if I'm remembering that correctly.
Yes, I don't. It was such a non-issue. I don't even remember it.
Oh, let me just say, guy doesn't even remember it.
Address the issues.
It didn't fix the Kusoge.
Yeah, I don't. The only thing I wonder if Bisky, when Bisky's big, Bisky has touch of death off crouch light anywhere on screen, no meter. Well, not no meter, but it's meter positive, the whole combo, and you'll build all the meter you need from crouch light and be positive at the end of it.
Oh wow!
So it's literally any touch is death, right? Anywhere on screen. So I don't know if I can't remember if they fix that, but that's not even issue number 1 with the game. So who knows? But you know what? We got the modern Kusuge for the modern era. So that there's a lot of people always say they want it, and when it's presented to them, then they run away. Like DNF Duel. It's oh man, I wish we had an old school crazy game. They gave it to you, and you guys ran away from it. You ran screaming, even fact.
Yeah, I mean, it at this point, I am kind of sad, obviously, that it didn't do as well as we were kind of hoping it would do. But
I remember telling you, it's after the game comes out, our audience is gonna explode, and no. No.
Definitely not. And I feel half of the episode, yes, we are talking about Hunter x Hunter, but the other half of the episode is literally your wrestling tangents or miscellaneous tangents or whatever it may be. I've got my own magic.
Yeah, we'll get to it here. Yeah.
Today.
So on that note, real quick, this Saturday, and hopefully, I'll post this Friday. Hopefully, this Saturday, I'll be in Toronto for AEW All Out. What?
I don't even know what that means.
The big wrestling pay-per-view. Going to see Edge. Gonna see Tony Storm. Gonna see everybody that AEW puts out. You would like Tony Storm, I think.
Dude, I don't know. I still, even though you've been giving me wrestling, like,
well, she's a modern wrestler, so it's not like a Hulk Hogan thing.
Every single episode, I still don't remember who any of these people are.
Tony Storm. Trying to find like a little clip here that won't get us copyright striked.
Well, how have the episodes been doing in terms of getting copyright?
We're mostly good about it, actually. Now that we're making like $1 an episode.
Heck yeah, keeping the lights on with Going with the Wind.
So Tony is a throwback. She's a 1920s movie star.
Okay, interesting. The first name Tony, I thought it was a guy, but
no, it's like Tony with an I.
Oh, okay.
Like when she comes out, it's all in black and white and stuff.
Whoa, that's crazy fits.
Yeah, she has amazing costuming and all that. She gets away with language that I'm shocked they allow on TV, but it's part of her character that they just let her do it. Also a fantastic wrestler.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were doing like stunts off the ring.
Tony is a bit more hardcore. Tony and Athena, they're a bit more hardcore than your usual ladies wrestling fare.
Oh.
But yeah, hopefully that's not enough for us to get copyright striked. But yeah, so they're doing that, and actually, Tony Storm's match is the one I'm looking forward to the most. But oh god, I don't want to go too far. But she uses some. She speaks in such a refined manner like that, right? But she'll use language like, "I'm the whore you can't ignore." Like that kind of stuff.
That's pretty great then.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks very built too. Like obviously she's all dolled up in like the big ruffles and the costumes. It was kind of hard to tell, but she looked very like tall and kind of buff.
She's
a little bit
actually not that tall. She's pretty she's kind of squat. On wrestling Twitter, there was a famous thread that like made everyone go fucking nuclear. That someone just said because she's like squat, said, "Oh, she's 3 apples tall," and somehow that just made people lose their minds.
What?
Yeah. Don't even ask me why that set people off.
I'm not on the internet enough, guys. Like I'm out of the joke.
But yeah, so that's my wrestling. So I'll be at AEW All Out. Hopefully I'll take some pictures. Also, I got without saying which, because it's one of those that's for work, so I can't say. The next episode, hopefully not, but if it is delayed a few days, it's literally because I have to get back home from work travel. And no, I'm not going to the Tokyo Game Show. I wish. It's not that. But
it's even better.
Probably not. Like
yeah, no, definitely not.
It's something cool. It's something people will enjoy, for sure. Something people will enjoy.
Oh man.
But I will have to leave and come back home. So
right.
So if there's a couple of days between the next one, please give me time to literally get back home.
Yes, there will be travel involved, and yeah, no, I was saying that nothing can really beat like a free paid trip to Japan. That
no, if anyone's got one of those for me, I'll do it. Like, if y'all want to pay for me to go to Tokyo Game Show, I guess I'll suffer through it. Like that's the only way we can play more Tokon right now.
I had not any like company or someone, but I had like some random person offer to do it through my DMs. It was for like a work related reason because they wanted to collaborate with me, but I was like, I don't know who this person is. I don't know like what their reputation is. Like, I'm not about to go to a whole nother country with this like person I do not know to do like a project for them. So yeah,
you get your DM and it's just like, why don't you just come over here and we can hang out for a while, you know.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
you are way too good at that voice. Every episode you do that voice. It
People
never
like
gets
it.
old.
I miss my crawling and being a creep, I guess, because I can do a pretty good creep.
Yeah, just need to bring the monkey up, like, just, like, have it zoom in slowly
Oh
on the
yeah,
face. Yeah, the guy that's sitting back there. Oh my
there he
god.
is. He's still there.
He's
waiting for
so
the day
freaky.
to get his. But yeah, so you got, before we get to Hunter talk, you got a bit of a derail here because you fell down a hole. We've mentioned previously some Magic the Gathering stuff, and Babe Ruthless has fallen down the Magic the Gathering hole.
Yeah, so it's really funny. Everyone's been talking about the 2XKO beta that's going on right now. I installed the beta. It kept crashing on my computer. So
That's
I
not
don't know
good.
what I'm doing wrong. Maybe there's something I need like put it on my Steam Deck to figure it out. I don't know. But quite frankly, I have not looked into it because yes, I have fallen down well, two holes. One is the Magic the Gathering hole with the Final Fantasy collaboration. And then also Expedition 33. I
Yes.
had so many people telling me, like, oh, you got to get into this game. And so for a while, I was just kind of holding off because I don't know, just because I had other stuff going on in my life. And now Rooflemonger has been like just like yapping up Expedition 33. He won't stop talking
Game of the
about it. I
year.
can't get him to stop. Yeah,
And
I'm
if you're in
making
the
fun of you a
FGC and
bit.
you open yourself up to any game that's not a fighting game, I'll tell you to play Claire Obscure. Like, ever since the game came out, I've been on that train.
Yes, it is very good. I'm only like 4 or 5 hours in, so still very early game, still from the first act, but, I remember you had told me a little bit about kind of the premise of Expedition 33, the game, and so coming in, I knew it was gonna be kind of depressing,
Yep.
but it did not prepare me for, like, how depressing that first, like, 10 to 20 minutes
Yeah,
of
even the
the
beginning
game
of the
is.
game sets up, like, back in my edgelord days, I always liked a grim fantasy, right? You know, that's why I
Mhm.
like Berserk and all that. And people talk about like, oh, like Hunter is like, you don't know how long it is. Like, we've been waiting for those new chapters. You know, buddy, I started reading Berserk in the 90s. Don't tell me about weights. You know, like, I've been waiting. Okay, I know a thing or two about weight. But anyways, and the beginning of Claire Obscure, I guess if you haven't been on the train, buy Claire Obscure. It's literally not even a full price game, by the way.
Mhm.
It tweaks that, but like it's a by the definition a grim dark world, but like
Mhm.
it's a very melancholy grim dark world because like shit sucks, but it sucks in a way you can go about your day, right?
Mhm.
It's not the end of the world, scream in your face, hunker down, let's fight right now. It's the end of the world of like, it's the kind of end of the world that makes you just like like lay down and die kind of end of the world, you know?
Right. And not to get too into the spoilers, but like based on my understanding of like the beginning of the game, a lot of characters they just do decide to just like go on with their lives and wait for the inevitable end, whereas you have some characters who are kind of trying to fight and push back against that only to realize like maybe that wasn't a good idea, they're kind of regretting their decision to be able to do that. Um yeah, it's a very depressing game so
It's very,
far.
but it's very,
I definitely
it's very depressing.
cried
There's
at the
lots of moments of
beginning of the
levities.
game.
Like you've met the Gastros now. The Gastros are little happy little comedy guys, right? They're like,
They
hey,
are. They're
don't be
very
too sad.
cute.
I'm dancing. Look at me dance, right?
They
And
are
so
very
the game
cute,
will
so
balance extreme depression with extreme comedy, back and forth.
right.
Although the game's definitely going to be more on the depressing thing by the end.
Yeah, but I like that. I like a good, like, angsty, melancholy story. I think it's a very like, because it's very based on Final Fantasy. It's very in my experience, Final Fantasy games don't really go in that direction. So
There's
I feel like
sad
it's a very
moments
kind
in
of like
Final Fantasy, but like
refreshing take. Mhm.
most Japanese games, when they have like more emotional moments, like it definitely took a French company to make a game like this. Japan could not make this
Mhm.
game. Like this game is heavily
No.
like this game is Final Fantasy X basically. Like
Right.
gameplay wise, with new things, more improvements, right? But like the stuff you've seen already, the stuff to come,
Mhm.
like Final Fantasy X, because this is very much based on that. Like the
Mhm.
game has sad moments, right? You know, The whole like the world is like, oh, sin comes in, destroy the world, rebuild the world. Like it's like the moments and all that. Like it takes a French company to do what this game does.
Right. No, but I feel with Final Fantasy X, like, yes, it does kind of have a depressing premise to it, but the characters still throughout that process remain very positive.
Yeah.
So in a way, you don't feel that same level of crushing depression like you do in Clear Obscure.
There'll be points where like you go to like the camp and
Mhm.
there's just no one's got nothing good to say. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
They're like, we're going forward because we're not dead yet.
Yeah, one of the mottos is literally like, what is it? I'm sure you know better than me. Like, for those that
For
come
those that come
after
after.
us. Yes, for those that come after, which is literally like, whether or not we survive, who
We'll
knows,
make it
but
easier
we're
for the
gonna
guys that
pave
come
the way.
after. And the
Right,
thing
the
is, too,
guys that come
there's
after.
not too many come afters at the point where you're in, right?
Right.
Because like
Uh,
okay, if you don't know the basic premise about, there's a big 33. 33 is
mhm.
as old as anyone in the world can be. And the number goes down, not up, every year.
Right,
So the
right,
oldest person in the world is 33. And next year, the oldest person in the world is going to be 32. Next year, the oldest person in the world is going to be 31. It's just going to keep going down. It's a
right,
gradual extinction.
right, exactly. And so there are a lot of people that are just like, okay, well,
So it's not
my
like the
time's a
Dark Lord's
ticking.
in his tower sending forth the orc army climactic
Mhm.
battle. It's a soft extinction.
Right, and this has been
Yeah.
going on at this point for, like, 66
Well, the first expedition is
67
Expedition
years?
99.
Right. So it's been going on for a very long time. So
Yeah.
there are a lot of people who are basically like, well, I'm just gonna live and wait for the inevitable end and live my
For a
life to the
while, yeah,
best
for a
that
while, the
it
world's
is.
kind of
Yeah.
normal. Like, okay, well, if you're 98, well, you probably lived a good life anyways, I guess, right?
Right.
But then, eventually it's like it starts hitting the 60s, the 50s, the 40s, and now it's in the 30s.
Yeah.
So,
One
yeah.
of the characters, I get she's like 16, I think you said. Like
Yeah,
she
my L
literally
16, yeah.
calls yeah, she literally calls like her brother slash father figure like an old man. And he's like 33,
Yes,
which is
he's as old as you can be.
crazy.
So everyone else, the whole idea is the
Right.
expedition is everyone is the age, the maximum age before next year turns around, they pass away, right?
Right.
Other than her, who
So
is like
yeah.
plucky teenager. Also, it's impossible for me, but I know you played some Baldur's Gate 3 now. That's also the voice of
Mhm.
Shadowheart, Mael.
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I
And
can hear it now that
it's
you were saying
very
it out
impossible for
loud.
me to distinguish between the two. So I just hear that one voice all the time.
Huh. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay, now I'm not gonna be able to not hear
Yeah, once you
that.
know, then it's like impossible.
Yeah, but overall it's a very good game. I'm really enjoying
Game
my
of the year.
playthrough of it. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. I'm a big Final Fantasy fan. I mean, that's how I don't want to say like forced into Magic, but that's how I was brought into Magic. Now I have not just one deck
You got an
box. Now I
official.
have
Wait,
2
is
deck
that the
boxes.
branded box too? Yeah, it is.
I don't oh, is it? I don't know.
Is that a
I just bought it
Deckmaster
off Amazon.
box? Oh, it's Mage Tech. Okay, fancy.
Wait, I don't know what that is.
Usually it's
I
deck.
just
Well,
bought it on
the store I
Amazon.
know sells Deckmaster, but it's fine. But yeah,
Okay.
you got the accessories now.
Yes. I
Yes.
have the accessories. It has a cute little like thing here
Oh,
to
you got a
keep
little
different
dice holder.
tokens.
Okay.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like dice or stuff like that. And then of course I have the 2 decks. Right now, what I'm thinking about building is because I'm a big Final Fantasy 15 fan, controversially. So I'm thinking about building a Noctis deck. And so I bought like a fancy hollow card of him. I don't even know how good he is as a commander. I just like
Let's check. I
how he
don't
looks. Yeah,
remember.
it's that version. It's not that version of the card. Yeah, it's the borderless one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like hell yeah.
Okay. So let's
It just
see.
looks so
So
good to me.
white, blue, black. Blue, black. Good
Right.
colors for commander. Um, 4/3 lifelink. You can cast artifact spells from your graveyard by paying 3 life in addition to their other costs. If you cast a spell this way, artifact with the That's not bad. That
Okay.
seems a bit off brand. I didn't beat 15. So I don't know how you would interact with
Mhm.
artifacts necessarily, but that's a pretty good EDH card.
Okay.
EDH
All
is
right.
Commander. Commander used to be
Okay.
called
EDH.
Elder Dragon Highlander
Oh, okay, I did not know that. Why did
because
they change it to
there's
Commander?
Oh wait, that's an actual card. Nickel.
Yeah, and
There
I
used
have
to be these old
Y'shtola
cards
also. Mhm.
called the Elder Dragons. Okay, that's the new Nicol Bolas. Where's the old Nicol Bolas? There we go. They're from Legends. And it's creature Elder Dragon.
Oh.
So it's basically just to invoke that. But yeah, so eventually this fan format became an official format and then became Magic's most popular format.
Hmm. Okay.
So
I
it's
did
like
not know
somehow
that.
if
Yeah.
like we were playing Street Fighter 4 and then somehow
Mhm.
Rose Ball became what fighting games are.
Rose Ball's fun though. I
It
like
is,
it.
but like imagine if Rose Ball became the Evo standard. That's basically what
That would be pretty
EDH
crazy.
is. So yeah, Noctis, not a bad card actually. That's like you need the specific deck, but like
Mhm.
being able to do stuff from your graveyard, anything from your
Yeah,
graveyard is
that's
usually a strong tactic, and especially artifacts.
mhm.
There's so many sack artifacts you can do, and it has a finality
Yeah.
counter on it, which isn't bad. But you're in white, so you can flicker shit out and it'll lose the finality counter. Wait, no, wait. You flicker it, the finality. Does finality only trigger if it hits the graveyard? I can't remember.
Dude, I don't even know what finality means.
Finality is when it dies, take it out of the game.
Ah, okay, got it. It's
So
like
the idea is
permanently
you can't
removed
just
from
like
play.
ping pong it from your graveyard to play forever.
Right, right.
But I can't
Oh,
remember if
okay.
finality is only if it goes back in the graveyard, if it leaves play at all.
I don't know. But part of the fun of Magic, I guess, is that like you can kind of just pull like
You
if
can do
your friends
whatever.
let you do it and
You
you're
were telling
playing it,
me,
yeah, you can just do whatever the hell you want.
yeah, you're telling me you're all about the Mikus.
Yeah, I bought a Miku card.
Where's the one?
That one, that one. Bottom left, but to the right one.
Wait, which one?
To the one on the right.
This one?
Yeah, it's like fire, I think,
Oh, it's Feather? Okay, yeah,
or
Feather's a good
red.
card.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever you cast an instant sorcery, exile, instead of putting graveyard, turn to hand. Yeah, that just lets you play more and more cards. Yeah, Feather's a very solid card. I
Yeah, no,
saw
I
the
was
one
one
was,
I had a friend that recommended this card.
yeah, the one was Brago. There's another strong card. This is the flicker effect. So
Oh, okay, this is
whenever it
what
deals
you're talking about.
damage, any of your permanents, you take them out of the game, you put them right back in.
Oh,
So if they have
okay.
something that comes,
Alright.
like say it's like when you play it, draw a card, right? If they leave and come
Mhm.
right back in, it draws you another card.
Oh, and that would fit in my Noctis deck because it's white
It's
and
the right
blue.
colors, and this is sort
Oh,
of the effect you're looking. You're looking to reoccur, enter the battlefield effect.
okay.
So
I'm
this is
gonna
actually something
take
you
a
would want
photo
in
of
that
this.
deck.
I'm gonna take a photo of this card. Yeah.
It's a very
I'm gonna
powerful
look up
effect
how much that costs.
because it could be like you play a dude, comes into play, kill
Mhm.
something else, right?
Mhm.
And so if he gets flickered, it's like he came back into play, kill another thing. Flicker, come kill another thing. You have to get the effect over and over and over and over again.
Okay.
That's a good
Has good
effect.
synergy then. Really good synergy. Yeah, I also have like Y'shtola also has the same like colors. She's white,
Yes,
blue, and black.
Yishtola's black white,
Yeah,
right?
she's just part of
Or
that
yeah,
like yeah, set that you can buy.
yeah. So beginning beach end step. If a player lost 4 more life for his turn, draw a card. That's good effect. Vigilance, good character effect to have. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, 3 or greater, deals 2 damage to each opponent, and you gain 2 life. Oh yeah, okay. So it's like shit that's gonna happen almost every turn. Then yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, with Y'shtola actually I haven't really played that much of 14, but I just like her design. She
Yeah,
just looks cool. So,
she's the cat lady.
mhm,
I only beat Realm
pretty much.
Reborn. I don't know anything past that, but she's like part of your zoo crew, basically.
Ah, okay, got it. Wait, so I know they did like a near collab. Was that after A Realm Reborn? Before A Realm Reborn?
That was Shadowbringers.
I don't know. All I know is that the music was really cool. Like I
Yes, I
watched
remember.
videos of the fight.
I wasn't playing at the time,
Mhm.
but like I remember they put out like the soundtrack for that, and like I
Yeah,
just listened. It was like super
it was so
amazing.
cool. They did like a remix song version of it. Oh,
Yeah,
so
because
good.
like Near Automata also is another one of my favorite games of all time.
Yes, Nier Automata is also one of mine
Yeah.
as well.
And by all accounts,
Oh,
this
that's
was
just
a
crazy.
fantastic collaboration. People loved it.
Oh, that's crazy. You can't even tell what's happening on screen.
Well, because that's Final Fantasy 14, right? Like, I remember when WoW tried to make like PvP a spectator sport. Because PvP looks
Mhm.
like this, and like PvP makes sense in MMO when you're playing it, but
Right.
like as a spectator sport, it's fucking awful. Like, just shit's happening, and like if you don't know the rules explicitly, it makes no sense.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see that. I'm very confused right now because I do not understand what's going on. I'm like, "Ooh, pretty
Yeah,
lights," and
basically a
that's
lot of
about
pretty
it.
lights. Yeah, like that's why I always thought like as esports go,
Mhm.
fighting games were great because like it's
Yeah, it's pretty
one
hype.
dude, and there's a life bar, and you usually got a pretty good idea what's going on.
Mhm.
And even if it's like say Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and you don't, at least then there's a lot of cool colors happening all at
Right,
once.
or cool moves that are happening,
Yeah.
and they just look awesome.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you're
I mean,
now in
look,
the
I mean, it
FF
does look
or
cool.
the magic hole, and
Yes. I
I
am,
myself
I've fallen down and I can't get up. There's a bunch of other cards that I still wanna buy, like, I also have
I
been
pre-ordered my
slightly
Venom
dipping my
Deadly
toes.
Devourer. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, 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 all good. What's that card?
He's got good gimmicks.
Exile target creature from the graveyard and put a counter on your target symbiote.
And
Is
he's
that
a symbiote.
okay, so symbiote.
So
So
he
is
eats something
that
from the graveyard, and
okay.
however tough they are, he gets that many +1/+1s.
Okay, so when he says target symbiote, like, because I know some creatures, they have to be, like, specific types
Yeah,
of
so
creatures.
he is a symbiote.
Okay.
And like other Venom cards are symbiotes.
Okay, so it's only if it's, like, another symbiote card that it works,
Yeah.
or it works for anyone?
So yeah. Yeah, and target you can put
I
on
don't know.
wait,
So
does it have to be a symbiote? Wait, when you do play on target, so it has to be a symbiote. So he's at bare minimum, it can
Okay,
always work on him. But if you happen to have another
okay.
creature that counts as a symbiote, you can do it on somebody else.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Yeah, I mean, I will say, like, I really am enjoying the card collection part of it and also the deck building part of it. But the few games of Magic I have played, it's like doing math and you're like
Yeah,
trying
it's
to
a lot
keep
of
track
math,
of what
right?
other people, like what
But like,
other
here's the
effects
easy
that
combo.
their
Here's the
people
easy
are
combo.
doing. It's crazy.
So you have Titanothrax, which is Godzilla, which Godzilla started all this nonsense, by the way. He was the first guest character.
Mm,
He counts as another character called Titanothrax because it's magic. This is before the guest characters could just be the guests by themselves.
right. It had to
But
be
it has a thing
reskin
called
version.
cycling. So all you do is cycling. You
Mhm.
pay the cost. You put it out of your hand. You just discard the graveyard, and you draw
Oh.
a card, and you get whatever cycling bonus. So for Titanothrax or Godzilla, when you cycle him, draw a card and put a trample counter on a creature. So it has a trample ability.
Mhm.
So you discard him, draw a card, you put trample
Mhm.
on Venom. And then Venom, now that the card's in the graveyard, because you put it there, he eats
Mhm.
Godzilla. And he gets power equal to the toughness. Godzilla's an 11/11.
Ooh, he's 11/11. That's crazy.
So now Venom's at minimum of 15/15
Oh god.
with trample and vigilance and menace.
That is some great synergy right
That's
there.
synergy, yeah. That's what like
Yeah, I remember you did mention you play a lot of, like you play a lot of green
yes.
because they're
I like getting
simple.
guys big and smashing people. I don't like thinking
Mhm.
too hard and doing blue tricks and all that stuff.
Yeah. Like, I've only learned a little bit about, like, the strategies behind building specific deck types, but I guess so with black, it's, like, a lot of, like, just putting stuff in the graveyard and, like, pulling it back out of the graveyard,
Black
that kind of
like
type of stuff.
in the most loving term, black is a cheater color. Because black lets you basically circumvent anything as long as you're willing to pay life.
I see. Interesting, interesting. Well, I definitely will need to rely on your expertise as I
Like
continue on my magic journey. I know there's like Magic Con or something happening in Atlanta
like
this
this is the
weekend,
one
which
people are talking about right now. Gwenom. It's Gwen
Wenham.
Stacy
Oh
but
yeah,
Venom.
That's right, because the Spider-Man collab deck is that's coming out very soon, isn't
Yes,
it?
it's like tomorrow, I think.
Oh shoot. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So when her thing is, whenever you attack, you can look at the top card of your deck whenever you want, and you can play a card from it whenever you want. And you don't pay the mana; you just pay the life. If it's 6 mana, you pay 6 life.
Huh.
And in the
Okay,
commander
so
format,
you
you start with more life than normal, right? So it doesn't hurt
right.
as much. So it's outsized value.
Okay, all right. That's I feel like sometimes they're really just like making up effects. They're just like, we're just gonna write it on a card, sounds good. Like we have no idea how this is gonna interact with like the current meta of the game. We're just gonna slap it in here and hope for the best.
Yeah. Well, they have fun with it sometimes.
Summon dinosaur.
You got old fogey.
Old old fogey. Oh my god. The glasses?
Yeah. It has phasing, Kaluda upkeep 1, Echo, fading 3, bands with other dinosaurs, protection from Homerid, snow covered planeswalk, flanking rampage 2. Because these are old classical mechanics.
Okay. How long have you been playing Magic for?
Too long. I remember when snow covered was new. Put it that way.
I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming it's at least been a few decades.
This has been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute. Now, this is from what they call the unsets. So the unsets are, these are just for fun. These are not competitive cards.
I see.
So like, yeah. These kids today with their collector number, this is the text on it. It says, the kids today with their collector's number, the newfangled tap symbol, because the tap symbol changed at one point. 20 Black Lotuses, 20 Plague Rats, that's real magic. And I know people ran decks like that. Not no one. I don't know anyone who had 20 Black Lotus. I knew I had at
Yeah, I was
least
gonna
3 at the time.
say they'd
But
be
yeah,
hopefully they held on to those because they'd be rolling in some money.
they'd be doing all right for themselves. Yeah, so Magic's been around a hot minute. Like my first set was called the Dark. Like if
Yeah,
we,
there's some crazy cards out there that I've seen before too. Like some of them that I'm like, these are questionable in today's day and age. But we shall not get into it.
yeah, there's more than a few. There's more than a few. Yeah, so
Yeah,
Magic
those
is
are crazy though.
a deep hole. Because like this is a reality. Like I'm not even done. Like I pre-ordered some of the Spider-Man cards, right? Like
Hmm.
November.
Oh, that's right. The Avatar one's coming
November.
out too.
Then I got to worry about building my Toph deck.
Ah, that's so cool. Her art is amazing.
And it's a cool effect. Because
Non-topographic lands edition.
so she puts +1/+1 counters on lands and makes them creatures.
Oh, wow.
That's her
Okay,
earth
that's a really
bending.
interesting effect. I haven't heard of that one before.
And because it's the metal bender version of Toph, all artifacts are also lands.
Does she have like a hollow or like a borderless version of her card?
They'll
Or is it
all
just
have
like
the
her?
alternate. They make their money on their alternate arts.
Ah, okay. I wasn't sure if like all collections have those, but I guess if they are special collaborations, they would want to do that.
Because like I didn't buy the Eddie Brock I wanted. I will eventually get to it.
Mhm.
Like there's Eddie Brock, Lethal Protector, right?
So cool. I think the thing that's so
And then
like
here's the fancier
um
art with the comic art. It has a different art, right?
oh, that's so
And then it
cool.
has
It's
the
like
one
comic book
I
style.
want, which the original Lethal Protector issue number 1
Ah,
comic,
that's super cool.
and it's hundreds and hundreds of dollars right now.
Yeah.
So I'm
I,
gonna see
I
if
was
I can
gonna say
trade
like
for one. Because I don't got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars to spend on that.
I was gonna say like that's kind of the what's the word I'm looking for, insidious thing about like buying magic cards. I mean, the really expensive ones, like I can't justify that, but for like the cheaper ones, it's like $2 here, $5 here, $10 here, twenty
Yeah.
dollars here. It's like it really starts to add up.
Yeah.
Then you realize, oh, I've fallen down a well, and I
Like
just keep buying
a few months
cards.
ago I had a decent month on YouTube. I'm like, all right, as a treat to myself, I'm gonna buy Escape Shift. So sacrifice any number of lands. Search your deck for that many lands, put them all into play.
Wow.
And it says any lands. So not just forest or mountain or whatever, right?
Right, like the ones of special effects.
And there's a lot of cards that have a ability called Landfall, where it triggers if a land comes into play. So if I sacrifice 10 lands, I put 10 lands into play, it goes off 10 times.
That's crazy. Okay, so how much does a card like this cost?
This was like $50, I think. Normally, I would never
That's
spend
not
$50, but I
terrible.
had a good month on YouTube. So I'm like, okay, I'll spend
Right.
$50. One off. I don't do this normally.
I mean, $50 for a Magic card, like, there's way crazier out
'Cause I have a
there.
landfall deck, right?
Mhm.
And I've had that deck's persisted through years and years. Like the commander has changed, but like that base deck has existed, and this is like one of the better cards for it.
Got it. Yeah, I learned, through our mutual friend about game changer
Yeah,
cards.
so to me
That
that's
was
a
new to
newer
me.
concept.
Okay.
But it's like I'm always off and on. Like I'll be hardcore for a year, off a year, hardcore for a year, off a year, right? And yeah, so that's kind of like the really busted cards. Like it's just to minimize, you just don't have a deck full of like super busted cards.
I see. I'd imagine there's so many, like, ways you can build decks in this game.
Yeah,
Like, there's
there's
no
basically
one
infinite
play
freedom.
style. Yes.
Like
I think that's what makes it really
there's a
cool. Yeah,
site,
I'm really
if you don't
enjoying
know
it.
it already, called EDH Rec.
Mhm.
That's the one. They'll give you all your ideas. Like
Yeah, the Lara Croft
every kind
card,
of
that's
deck
cool.
idea. I had a Lorecraft deck for a while too, actually. That's now my what did that deck turn into? Oh, that's my Cassandra
How
deck
many
now.
how many decks do you have?
I have 7 commander decks, and I never go above that.
I mean, 7's a lot already,
It is, but
so
like the idea is,
I'm
if you don't limit yourself, well, I just build an 8th, a 9th, and like you keep. So eventually, like, okay, if
That's
I want a new
fair.
one, I dismantle another one and repurpose a lot of the
Okay,
cards.
so I know in Commander, you can only go up to, like, 100 cards, and then
Yeah,
each card has to be different, but does there, like, for example, does there have to be a certain number of creature cards or land maximum number of land
no
cards that you can
rules.
have in your deck?
100 cards,
It's
no
any
doubles, other than lands. You're good.
Okay. Huh, okay.
So you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, there's, like, a surprising amount of like, even just looking at the cards, like, buying the booster packs, which are already kind of expensive, looking at the cards, sleeving them, then trying to figure out, like, "Okay, I can put this one in this deck or this one in another deck," right? Because if I didn't realize this until recently, but it's like you can only put certain colors with other colors,
Yeah,
with the colors of your commander. You
whatever
can't
the
have
commander colors are, you can do
extra
that. Yeah.
colors in there. Yeah, so it's like even doing all of that, like, just sleeving all my cards that I bought. It took me, like, a few
Yeah,
hours just because I was, like,
eventually you get
organizing
good
them at the
at
same
it.
time. Yeah, but
But
I'm
like,
just like, it's a
like a
huge
bunch of
time sink.
whoa, like just.
Okay, I got the, the Final Fantasy sleeves.
No, no,
You
yeah,
can tell I'm not
get what's good, right? Like,
Yeah, I gotta let's see. There's the one with, the cactuar on it.
yeah, yeah.
Super fucking funny. And then I have the one where they have in the other deck and also, like, you're not supposed to sleeve here's the chocobo one. You're not supposed to sleeve, sorry, what am I trying to say? Like, the decks that belong to the cards that belong to the same deck have to have the same sleeve on them.
Yes,
You can't mix and match colors. Okay. But
that's
what
just
about for
for
your commander
readability.
card? Could it be a different color sleeve if you wanted it to be? Because you're playing it, like, by itself to the side.
So, okay, in a perfect world, yes, because like at no point can they ever, under current rules, under old rules, it was different.
Mhm.
Under current rules, there's no way they can ever force the commander into your deck.
Okay.
But there could be situations where you want that to happen.
Mm.
And then what sleeve it in would actually matter.
Okay, right, because then you could, like, go through the deck, like, with certain effects or abilities, you could go through and you could
Because you would
pick
know
out
where
your
it is, because you would just see
commander.
the sleeve,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Under the old
Okay.
rules of Magic, you could force a commander into somebody's deck against their will.
Hmm.
That's why Chaos
Okay,
Warp
so
used to be
then
one
if
of the best cards in the game.
so if you put their commander back into their deck then, I mean, basically, they just wanna have a commander
Yeah.
or oh,
The last
shit.
near physical altercation I had in Magic, and granted, this is some years ago now, right? Many years
Mhm.
ago, even. But it was a guy who was okay, for people who play Magic. You know the guy who has the angel deck, right? You know that guy? Is the guy who had an angel deck. And he had Avacyn. And he hard cast Avacyn, and I just chaos warped it. And like literally stood up red in the face. So just to give you some context here.
In English, please.
Avacyn's a very strong card. Especially when it was printed, Commander was finally like taking off as a format. So it became like immediately one of the strongest cards in Commander. So Avacyn, Angel of Hope. So flying, vigilance, indestructible. Everything you have is indestructible.
Wow.
So it costs 8 mana. It's very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But like once it's out, like there's almost no getting rid of it.
Wow.
Unless...
Yeah. All those extra effects.
Here's like one of the most reprinted cards ever. Chaos Warp. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Here's the Jurassic Park Chaos Warp. Renamed as Chaos Theory. But it's just take any card, they shuffle it into the deck. Mm-hmm. So that could be your commander, right?
Right.
So back when this was new, and like he spent like over $100 on the Avacyn. I remember that. Because this was a hell of a card. It's still a good card now, but like it was even more impressive at the time because it was newer, right? But yeah, just under the old rules of Commander, you could just shuffle in your deck, fuck off. Oh, everything's indestructible? It doesn't destroy it, it just says shuffle in your deck. So
I see.
And yeah, so, very red in the face. No physical altercation because I'm a lot bigger than everyone else.
Yeah, so I was like, I wouldn't want to take you in a fight.
I definitely got a lot of people mad. I've had people like take my deck and throw it across the store before.
Ooh.
And that almost got me starting a physical interaction with them, but cooler heads prevailed at the time. But yeah, that's one of the maddest I've ever seen someone get in Magic ever. Is just Chaos Warp, the brand new Avacyn. Spent $100+ on getting it, and then don't get to use it.
Man, fighting games, Magic the Gathering, you got rage quitters no matter where you go.
Oh well, the incident that left me stop playing League did end in a physical altercation. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's what playing in the same room will get you.
Yeah, it's funny because like there's not too many things from my childhood that I can say that like I've played up until now. Like fighting games is definitely one of those things, but also just like RPGs, like Pokemon, kind of like standard stuff like that. But I do wish I had gotten into like Magic or maybe like League when I was younger. Well, okay, maybe not League, but I do wish I had gotten into
Magic as you're younger, there could be like profound financial benefits to your life if you did, right?
Exactly. Profound. And also like just from a point of like being with the cultural zeitgeist, like as you can see, sometimes we have these discussions about like wrestling or about different shows. And like I never really grew up with any of that stuff. So I feel like if I had more knowledge of that, it would be more entertaining, I guess, for our podcast.
It's the benefit of being an old bitch is I've just been alive longer. I wasn't
gonna say that, but
no, but like I've just been alive longer, right? So like I've literally experienced more things. So that's a benefit in a way, at least from a storytelling perspective.
I am older than I look. I'm not old, but I'm not.
I'm a little bit younger than
not
I
a
look,
zoomer.
so there we go.
There you go. Yeah. No gray hairs.
It's harder to see. There's a little bit here.
In the beard.
And like a little bit right there.
What's important is up here.
Yeah. What's important is the hairline. Still got it.
Very true. Yeah, I have a few. I have a few.
None of my actually, one of my friends watches this show. The ones that matter don't. But like I was going on that wrestling trip, right? I told you I was gonna complain about them. I couldn't get a haircut in time to go for the show, right? And I'm like, I was about to say that to him. Like, wait a second, they're all bald. Like, I probably shouldn't bring that up to him.
Wait, what? So okay, so is the baldness, was that a choice, or was that they were forced to shave?
Well, the baldness is, unfortunately for a lot of men, when you start going bald, you don't got no say in the matter, right? Like,
that's fair.
The one is bald and like, okay, just start shaving my head. The other one was bald, like tried to fight it for a long time. Like, combing that hair like real over to the side, real fucking hard, like
Oh no, that's worse.
yeah.
Oh, that's worse. I have a friend like that. He's got some decent hair back here, so he's like really trying to like cover up this top part of his head, and it's just like he's already kind of going gray. So it's like at a certain point, you just need to let it go.
Yeah, that's the thing,
But
right?
of course,
Like
I don't want to tell him that, so I
no,
don't
no,
say
no, but
anything.
it's just I don't know, time comes for us all. I just want to go gray in the Reed Richards, like right there.
Yeah,
That's the way. That's
like
the
the
best way to go
silver
gray.
fox. Yeah,
Yeah.
salt and pepper look. Yeah, that's great. I just actually it's funny because my mom and my grandma actually, they both had well, my grandma, she had literally dark hair until her I want to say like her 70s or something like that. She didn't dye it. My mom still has like very black hair. She does have like occasional grays, but she still has very black hair and she's like in her 60s
My
now.
dad's in his 70s and
So
he's not all the way gray yet. So
yeah, so I'm like,
yeah.
"Oh, I really hope I inherit those genes. That would be great."
So
I
like
haven't seen any grays yet, so I think
they'll
I'm
come
I'm
to you
I'm
in
in
bit
the
like that little
clear.
bit
I'm in the
here
clear
that's
so
gray,
far.
which is harder to tell on camera, I guess. But like the little bit here that's
Mhm.
gray, that didn't exist till the hack.
Mm.
And then the hacks happened on YouTube, and that's when that showed up. I was stress induced.
It'll hit you when you least expect it, I
Hmm.
guess. Well, all I wanna do is, like, I don't know, like, I'm not saying I wanna look like I'm 20 all the time for the rest of my
No,
life, but if I can look good for my age, I'd be happy with that.
the thing is, what you want is everyone's eventually got to get old, but you can get old in really fucking cool ways, right?
That's true.
Everyone knows like the cool old guy they want to look like cool old guy, cool late, but you want to be cool old, not bad old.
Yeah, not like look like you got run over by a truck old,
Yeah, not like the
unfortunately.
people who live on the other street old or my
Oh,
age. You
no.
would not believe it. They look fucking 20 years older than me,
Oof.
and we're
I
the
mean,
same
that's what
age.
happens when you live next to, like, a meth houses or meth den I don't know. I don't know what
Well,
people
that's
are
what happens when
smoking
you
on
live
your street,
in the
but
meth den.
I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if it was meth or if it was, like,
Oh no,
cocaine
no,
or,
no.
like,
We
something
this city
else.
can't afford no cocaine. Meth is cheaper. That's why it's popular.
Okay, you're right, cocaine is for, like,
That's a rich
the
people's
city
drug.
folks,
Yeah.
yeah, like
That's for
the
city folk.
consultants or the bankers,
That
yeah.
ain't for us honest folk out here in the sticks.
That's true, and I feel like with, well, okay, I will just preface by saying I have no experience with taking either of these drugs, but from people who I know who have taken cocaine, they seem to be like they look normal, even after taking cocaine. But I feel like
It
meth, from what I know, it like fucks up the way you look,
yeah, you
like your
can tell.
teeth
You
or
can
something like
tell.
that. Mhm.
Cocaine, yeah, I don't know, it's rich because cocaine at least I don't know much about it other than the movies, but it seems to just be good till it kills you one day. Uh, th-
I
Thankfully, I don't have much expertise. Like one of the reasons, like the magic decks, like I said, it's good when you had them younger. Like
Mhm.
actually, when like things were really bad for me right before YouTube took off, I actually sold a bunch of magic cards. Right, and that's what kept me afloat for like
Mhm.
6 fucking months. Was a bunch of sold
Wow.
magic cards. So like that had helped me out. I remember I had a box of like snow covered islands and mountains, just like a
Mhm.
box. I sold that for like $1,000.
Wow. No,
Yeah,
magic
and
is
like
what
other magic
yeah.
cards too. But like I just remember that because they're harder to get. There's only a couple
Mhm.
sets that have snow covered lands. So,
Right,
but
you
yeah,
heard it right
so
here. Magic: The Gathering saved Rooflemonger's life.
well, saved me in that period for sure. But I'm glad I never picked up a drug habit because I can't afford it. Like
Yeah,
that shit costs money.
yeah, no, it's funny because it's like, the old stereotype when you're growing up is that like, you're gonna go trick or treating and some adult is gonna offer your kid weed or meth, and I'm like, well, that's a very generous offer of them because that shit is like expensive.
Yeah, that costs more than a
You're just gonna
Reese's.
offer to some random kid like
Yeah.
those drugs are not cheap. So
Yeah, like
yeah, well,
that's a rich
never
person's
happened.
house. So it's like the kind of house that gets outside the full size candy bars at Halloween.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Wait,
rich people
okay,
house.
dumb question. They celebrate Halloween in Canada
Oh yeah,
too,
yeah.
right?
It's
Okay.
mostly a Western concept, but
Right.
yeah, we got it here in Canada.
Okay, yeah, because I know in like, well, very far away. I mean, Canada's our neighbor, so that makes sense. But like, in places like Japan, for example, it's more so like a drinking holiday type party
Yeah,
thing, not
it's
necessarily like
like
a
granted, I don't know for sure, but it's very doesn't seem as much popular as in Asia. But yeah, Canada horror, like well Halloween, but like horror is very big in Canada. Um, very hysterically to me, Nightbreed is set in Canada. So Nightbreed, there's like a secret underground city of monsters, right?
oh god.
Which
Okay.
sure, okay, like
That's cool. Are those prosthetics?
yeah, it's an '80s movie, so everything's
Wow.
practical effects, which is the way you want it in horror. Um, so it's just what always killed me. So you can get the concept. Like, there's a secret underground city of monsters, right? That in the context
Mhm.
of a film, sure, whatever, right?
Mhm.
And it would have to be somewhere, right?
Right.
But like if you said it was like in one of the cities of the world, it'd be like, oh, it's in it's right underground Paris, it's underground New York or whatever. You'd be like, okay.
Right.
So this secret underground city of the monsters is right outside Calgary, which just is
What?
profoundly fucking hilarious to me. Like
That's
it's just
amazing.
outside Calgary of all places, or is it Edmonton? Either way, it's just you can't do that. Like that's not fair. Like you can't have that be a thing.
And when you said under New York, I was thinking like, oh yeah, like the live action Mario movie, like Little World of Monsters or whatever underground, but I think it's New York for sure.
Midnight Meat Train is right under New York. It's a train with a lot of meat. Oh, what the fuck's this guy's name again? Super British guy. Vinnie Jones.
Ah, okay. I was like, I do not know.
It's a secret train that brings in a lot of dead bodies deep underneath New York.
So the main guy's British, but he's playing an American.
Yeah, well, they do
So
that all
I'm
the time.
assuming, yeah,
Like the guy from
they
Walking
got the
Dead's super
accent.
Australian, and you would never know
Oh,
until he actually opens his mouth with outside a
gotcha. I didn't
character.
know that.
But yeah, so there's a secret underground lizard empire underneath New York. Like the lizard people of Illuminati fame. And this
When
guy
did
just
this movie come out? Because the pose like, are these actual screenshots from the movie? They
yeah,
look like
it's
I
very
don't know
early
why.
2000s. Like it's got that
Yeah, I was gonna
early 2000s blue shade. Yeah, 2000 okay, not too
it
early, but 2008.
okay, because I don't know if it's just the quality of my screen or whatever, but it almost looks like these shots are, like, created in The Sims or something like that. I know that can't be true, but I don't know, just kind of like the effect on my screen of and, like, the people that are contrasting very I don't know, just like the background is so distinct from
Maybe
the
we're doing this through
foreground.
Discord, so I just realized some of these pictures I'm showing, maybe I shouldn't show because that could also get us demonetized because it's a very gory film.
I think
No,
it's a
my problem
pretty
with this movie
quick
was like nothing. It's just like
Mhm,
if this train's running every night, and granted, New York's a very big city, but even if 50
mhm.
people go missing a night, like that, people are gonna notice after a while, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah, it would only take, like, what, 10 nights or something to get up
yeah.
to, like, what,
And this has
500
been going
people?
since
Yeah.
it's been going for like since humans landed. Like going since like the native days. These lizard people
My
live there.
god.
So just I feel like granted movie, whatever, but something's got to give a little bit, you know? Like
Yeah,
what
I
was
mean, it's
that?
a little bit
Oh,
of, like
this movie is dog shit, by the way. But I love this movie for one thing it did. Chupacabra Territory,
what is this?
dog shit movie, dog shit. It's a really bad found footage movie, right? But it does the one thing all these movies don't do. Because every movie, like it always ends like, oh, they escape the problem or they escape the monster, and then they tell
Right.
everyone, right? The movie
Mhm.
ends. So like part of what would be really interesting is like to see how the world reacts.
Right.
Like that like every supernatural movie after like everyone dies or whatever, and like the cops like, okay, so this is proof ghosts exists. Like we have the footage, you know, but you'll never get that because the credits are rolling,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So they escape back to reality, back to the world halfway through the
Mhm.
movie. And then like the rest of the movie's like news things like, yo, chupacabras are fucking real. What the fuck? And then they send the army in to attack the chupacabras.
Huh.
And like it's a bad movie, but I love the concept of like they do the thing horror movies never do.
Yeah, no, that is interesting. I would be curious to see like how our American government would react to chupacabras. Probably just blowing them up or nuking them, but
Like the film Oculus, great movie by the way. Even like non-horror fans would like this movie. But it ends in such a way like some people die, right? And the cops are there, but they filmed everything, so they have film proof of the supernatural. But then the movie ends, so like it's all there.
well,
Let's go
nowadays
with
you
it.
just get someone saying like, "Oh, they faked this footage using AI."
Oh, we got this. I don't even want to click. This says AI mode. That's new to me. I don't even want to click that. But oh, by the way, it took a while. I finally saw Weapons film. I finally saw Weapons. No spoilers. Fantastic movie.
My god.
Love it.
Oh, was this is it a Korean movie?
No,
Okay, never mind. I'm thinking of something else.
there's some good Korean. There's actually a lot of good Korean horror. Like I think Gonjiam is Korean. But yeah, Weapons fantastic. Like I can't say anything without spoiling it, but absolutely fantastic film. It's, from the guy who did Barbarian, and yes, the kids running with like the Naruto pose is a major plot point.
I mean, their hands aren't like directly behind their backs. I think they have to like adjust their arms by
It's not
another,
exactly
like,
that
30
anime running, but like
degrees.
it's a lot of like people running like hands wide out, like rigid.
Huh, interesting. Yeah, I don't really watch much horror movies or
Horror is my
movies in
favorite genre,
general.
so
Yeah, I get scared easily.
I don't ever anymore. That's the thing. That's why I can't play survival horror games, because like you're supposed to run from fights, and I don't want to. I just want to
Right.
fight.
Ah, that's funny. Actually, I was playing Resident Evil 3 recently, the original one,
Mhm.
where I think Nemesis, he's like following you around, and that freaked the hell out of me. Just the whole time I was like freaking out while I was playing that game. I get scared easily, which is part of the reason I don't watch horror movies, because I know I'm gonna get scared.
That's the thing. Like
Um,
weapons. Okay, there's admittedly
mhm.
one cheap jump scare in weapon. I hate when they do that. A good horror movie never has to be scary. It
Mm,
has to build a world. It has to tense is the word you want.
right.
But like a lot of my favorite horror movies are not scary in the least. But
Hmm,
a good horror movie is the smartest movie you can think of. Because it has to be, because it has to make you think outside the box. Because it has to present you
right,
something that's not normal, right? That you can't just
right.
solve with a phone call or whatever.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
it's like a sense of psychological pressure,
yeah,
essentially.
like how do I phrase this? Just trying to think here. But yeah, no, horror's my favorite genre. 99% of horror is garbage. Only 1% of the movies figure it out. But the 1% that does figure it out does it amazingly in a way that no other genre
Mm,
can compete. Like the story of Weapons can't be told. Because like the movie, like without spoiling, like a lot of people at the end of the movie will just start laughing. And it's earned from like the high tense
mm,
situations. Because like the first half of the movie, you could just say it's a thriller. Like there's no
mhm,
horror element to it, other than a weird thing happened.
mhm.
Because all the kids just up and left 2:17 in the morning.
Ah, okay. Is the time relevant?
They think it is, but then it isn't.
Okay.
But all the kids, all of them, separately, independently from each other, just get out of bed, leave house 2:17 in the morning, and just go into the woods and
Oh,
disappear.
okay,
And it's
very
all from one
interesting.
woman's classroom.
Oh, okay.
And so the town's kind of like, what the fuck? Because like not
Right,
only
what
are all
did
the
this
kids gone
woman do?
bad, it's all from this woman's class.
Right, so what did this woman do, right, you know?
Well, did she do anything? There, to be fair, there's one kid who didn't, who is still there. He showed up to school like normal. No one else did.
Oh, interesting,
And so the
very
whole town's freaking
interesting.
out because it's my
A
kind of
cool
town.
concept.
It's not like a
Mhm,
big city. It's like a small town, right? So everyone
mhm.
knows everybody, kind of deal. So yeah, all these kids disappear, and then it's multiple points of views. And like obviously shit goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it stayed a pure thriller, it's can only zoom into a point apparently before it just
it goes the opposite direction.
Yeah. But yeah, obviously something not normal is happening here.
Right.
You know, old Denzel. Denzel ain't gonna solve this one. He does a lot of cop movies. But this one's a little out of his league, right?
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I love Benedict Wong. He has a limited role in the movie, but it's very fantastic.
Yeah, it's like a very striking scene. You know, he almost looks a little bit like cartoonish, like how wide his eyes are.
Yeah, it's played up that way too. Just like the previous movie, Barbarian, it's very funny in ways that aren't trying to be funny.
Okay. Is this is it a sequel?
No,
to
no. It's just same director.
Okay. I see.
Barbarian is the terrors of Airbnb. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
To say anything about the movie, just like Weapons, to say anything about the movie is to spoil it. Like you just have to watch it.
Okay.
And Barbarian is another movie other than one jump scare. It's not scary. It's tense, very tense. Mm-hmm. But it's not like close your eyes. At no point other than the one jump scare are they ever going to try to get you with anything you're not seeing coming already.
Right. Yeah, the only horror movie I think I've technically watched, because I haven't really watched a lot of like what would be considered the classics. I watched Babadook, and that was about it. Yes, I watched Babadook. And then I think that's pretty much it. Like the extent of my horror.
But Babadook's not one. Like Babadook's not scary. It's tense.
No, it's tense.
That's why it's good.
Which is why I think it freaked me out. Yeah. I don't really remember there being any
tense. Like fucking, I watched this movie. I have a couple friends that are like big horror fans as well. But Skinamarink, and people are like, "Oh my god, this is such transcendental horror." And like halfway through the movie, all we're doing is just loudly shitting on the movie the whole time. Because this is one of the worst films I've ever fucking watched. And it's not bad, like bad horror movie bad. It's bad in like I don't know what people see in this movie. Because like it's done from the perspective like kind of like found footage. So it's like third person camera looking at these kids.
Shaky. Mm-hmm.
Right? And the Skinamarink, I don't know. To me, this means a lot, the word Skinamarink, because Sharon, Lois, and Bram. You know, the Elephant Show, right? Which I don't think aired in America at all. This is like one of the most foundational shows of my childhood. The Elephant Show.
What? I have never seen.
I'm pretty sure it's a Canadian show.
In my life.
I'm pretty sure it's a Canadian show. Yeah, Sharon, Lois, and Bram, and they used to tell us, fun stories, and they had the elephant. It's the Elephant Show.
It's cute.
Yeah. And every episode would end with them singing, Skinamarink dinky dink, Skinamarink doo, I love you. Right?
Right.
And so the movie's called Skinamarink, so like I immediately like correlate, even though there's nothing to do with either of them, right? But they didn't
Does a Skinamarink mean anything? Like, does it have a specific meaning? Okay, I was like, maybe that's
this is what they would sing, right? I love these guys. Like, I grew up watching the show. But it's supposed to be scary stuff with kids, but it's fucking embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And it won a bunch of awards too, and it just made me mad.
Mm-hmm.
Because like
maybe the artistry is just beyond you.
Yes. But there's kind of like there's art, then there's art, and then there's the kind of art where someone's just up their own ass. This is art where they're up their own ass, like 1,000%.
I see. It's you go to a contemporary art museum and there's like a big blank canvas with a single splot of ink, and it's won like 10 different awards.
Exactly.
Of art.
If you love that, great. Sincerely, all the more power to you. To me, that's wasting my fucking time. Because like, if I made this movie, I would make this movie as a bad joke. It's just it's like a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old. That's the stars of the movie. Like, I want to play with the toys. But then the ghost is sort of messing with the toys, but in a way you can't see on camera. And they're just talking off camera while like something might subtly move a little bit.
Interesting.
No, it's not. And it's like 2 hours long or some shit. Oh. Like, I watch a lot of bad horror. I enjoy bad horror. Bad horror is its own enjoyment in a way. But okay, okay.
Well, I feel like bad horror, from what I've seen, it's kind of like campy. You know, like
campy horror is great, like Zombievers.
Yeah. Zombievers.
Yes. Which I'm not going to blow your mind here.
Oh my god.
But Zombievers is about zombie beavers.
Yeah, like that's my wow. Okay. Yeah, that's my impression of like what a bad horror movie is, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's just them having fun. Like all-timer. Thanksgiving. I watch this every year.
Thanksgiving?
And the best part about Thanksgiving, even though 3 is a very different movie, there is no Thanksgiving 2. There's only Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving 3.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And the plot of Thanksgiving 3 is what happened in Thanksgiving 2. Now this, Thanksgiving 3 actually is a art film. It's a weird, it's a completely different movie than the first one. But they tried to have fun with it in a weird meta way, which I didn't think hit, but I appreciate. Thanksgiving is just stupid for stupid's sake in the best part. Like, unfortunately, you can't get audio from me, or I would just do it. But right there. Gobble, gobble, motherfucker.
Okay, it's about a turkey that's going around.
It's about a killer turkey.
Yeah, he's taken Thanksgiving back, you know.
Kinda,
that kind of vibe.
Yeah. And there's just a lot of really fun bad jokes. Like, you're a little bit younger. Do you remember JonBenet Ramsey case?
Well, it's not a matter of age. It's a matter of me just not knowing anything about pop culture. So no.
Well, it's a famous murder mystery case. About a disappearing like, the parents almost certainly killed her, but they can't prove it, right?
Oh, she was like this isn't like a movie thing. This is real life.
No. That's I can't spell it right. She was like a child pageant star.
No, I don't actually think I've heard of her.
It was a famous case, anyways, right? And in Thanksgiving, they keep just making jokes about it that are in completely bad taste, but then they keep getting worse and worse in ways that stop making sense. And it just gets funnier and funnier. Like, in a way that it shouldn't, because it's so poor, in such poor taste, that they keep going with it. It just gets more hilarious.
Oh, God. I mean, it does sound interesting. Interesting movie. Thanksgiving.
I actually recommend it. Thanksgiving is maybe my top 10 favorite films.
Wow. Okay, that is high praise coming from you.
It's a dumb fucking movie. Keep in mind, I have things like Lawrence of Arabia in that film list, right? So I can class it up, but it's not. Is that
a dude in like a turkey suit with his mouth just like open? What is that? What is going on in this picture?
Well, oh yeah, we got the old Prime Video getting mad here. He's trying to celebrate Thanksgiving in the turkey suit, right? And the turkey finds that quite offensive. And he's also wearing fake glasses and a fake nose, so he does not understand he's a turkey. So it's very spy noir like that.
Okay, interesting. All right, Thanksgiving. I'll have to slot it right after I watch after I play Expedition 33, so I'm less depressed after playing that.
You know what? That'll be a good palate cleanser because it's gonna be a very different kind of thing.
Yes, a very different vibe for sure.
Yeah. So that said, this is probably where we should go into some Hunter x Hunter talk.
Yes, the actual topic of this podcast. Yes, so which
you guys said you wanted more yapping. I'm not editing this, so hopefully you got your yapping in on that one. But yeah, so Greed Island. We are at the end of Greed Island.
We are finishing up.
So we're covering episodes 72 through 75. And before we do anything, I just want to say I kind of wish God, now I'm already blanking on his name. Razor. I kind of wish he was the end boss rather than Genthru. Because like there's some stuff that happens, but like I feel like the emotional peak was with Razor in the volleyball match.
No, I agree. I mean, I think Razor is more interesting as well as like an antagonist, right? And it's funny because like the way they set him up is like, oh, you see him like when he's younger, like
Mm.
scavenging through like Meteor City, right? So like they put way more, I feel like, nuance into his character as well compared
Yeah.
to Genthru.
Genthru is just like, yo,
So
I'm
yeah,
bad.
yeah, he's like, "Yo, I'm a baddie. I'm just trying to, win this game or whatever." But no, I agree. I like Razor more as kind of like a antagonist. And actually, what I've kind of noticed as being a trend. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but it's like the way each of these arcs end is kind of like anticlimactic.
It's
You
because
know, like they don't end with a bang. They kind
this
of end
one
with
is
a,
so far
"Ooh,
like
here's
the one that
something
it
surprising."
actually ended on a decent fight, like in a more
Hmm.
traditional anime way. Because like it's a fight with some consequences at least. Well, actually, it's a fight with zero
Right.
consequences because they literally have a magic card to magic away the consequences. But at the moment, felt like there might be some consequences before they
Right.
magic it away.
No, that's fair. I just feel like the way, well, we'll get into this, but the way that the arc ends is with like a quiz essentially, and so you think it would be this big
Yeah,
climactic
that's
battle,
not
like
where I
that's
thought that
exactly
was
how it
going.
ends.
That's an
Yeah.
anticlimax. Because then
Yes.
anyone could have got
So,
the last card. But well, let's go through
yeah.
it here. So
Well,
we'll
we'll
start
get
here,
into it.
episode 72, going from our last thing where we just beat Razor and said
Mhm.
Genthru is coming for you. So Ra's al Ghul and his crew will buy Gon's crew time. And so starting episode 72, Chase and Chance.
Mhm.
Excuse me. So we go here. Actually, it opens up with Shalnark and Hisoka. And it's like, yo, we found the Nen Exorcist.
Right.
And
So,
that's almost all they're going to get for all these episodes. Like, yo, we found the guy.
mhm.
So, like, our arc is so done now. Like, we'll get like a combined 10 more seconds in these next
Yes, it's
episodes.
very much like a side thought that they're throwing out just for the sake of keeping the plot moving along.
I do want to note here, just specifically in the dub version, they found a replacement already for Hisoka in the Phantom Troupe. Like a little
Mhm.
girl with like nebulous powers they didn't explain.
Yeah, Kaluto.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, Hisoka could find her without using Nen because his dander is up. Is basically what he's saying. He's like, I need something to calm my arousal, to ravage someone I've never met. And I'm like, great choice of words.
I do not know what that was about, but it was an interesting choice of words, that's
No,
for
no.
sure.
Like, in case we haven't figured out, he's a weird clown pervert.
Yes,
Like,
he
they
he is a
just,
very weird clown
like,
pervert.
in case we haven't figured it out now, they just gave us one more hint.
Yes, and he's still very much like, "Oh, I wanna fight the boss, and that's the whole reason I'm helping these people to begin with," and I think they allude to the fact that the Phantom Troupe actually hired Hisoka to help them,
Yeah,
which I guess
he's
they
talented.
both want to
He's
get the boss back,
good-ish at what he
so
does, right? So, but yeah, they just give us like the whole thing, like, hey, this plot is continuing to the side, but we're really not going to focus. But like, this happened.
right.
Um, but yeah, we go back in the training arcs here, and like Bisky's training, specifically going how to like use Nan, all that kind of stuff, like in a lot of the nonsense ways that we're going here. It
Mhm.
turns out she's skipping levels. She's like moving up higher than he should be ahead of time.
Right. He's speeding up the training arc, basically.
And at one point, Killua asks like what her actual Nen power is, and she lies because we'll find out later, or at least I'm assuming. I don't know, like, but she has a magical masseuse that has all the masseuse powers in the world.
Yeah, there's a whole magical girl transformation that happens when they're introducing this masseuse, and I'm like,
Yeah,
this is very extra.
they burned some time on it, and Killua's just like, you're full of shit. But she can conjure it, another human being at minimum,
Mhm.
so that's something, I guess. But the crux of the episode is basically so Ra's al Ghul, and I know he has a real name. I'm not going to remember. He's just Ra's al Ghul.
Asgara.
Yeah. So they're there to buy time for Gon, right? So they're running interference on Genthru. And they're doing a lot of cool things with like the rules they've now established with like the cards, like the teleport card, moving them to other cities. So they're doing stuff like shooting a crossbow bolt at them at night, then running away with teleport cards, like keeping them strung up. Like you don't get to sleep. We're running
it's like guerrilla warfare.
Guerrilla warfare, basically. Yeah. Like we're in the Nom now. Like,
yeah, sorry, this is very random, but at one point in this episode, they mention that Tasgera is a single star hunter, which they don't really explain. But I feel like maybe that's the first time that's been mentioned so far in the story.
They made it, and maybe I don't use that terminology, but at least in the previous episode, they said like he's a big deal hunter.
Yes,
which certainly has not come off in any way.
Absolutely not.
Other than the fact he has, like, the only idea that he has any kind of competence is he's older, so you assume he's competent, but we haven't seen it.
Right, he's dressed in a military-esque outfit, so you assume he's competent
never displayed.
Some renown.
Never actually displayed.
No, absolutely. And it's funny because like also the way that the arc ends, which again we'll get into, but like they just leave. They don't really do anything.
Yeah, they went farted.
I mean, they do like a little bit of fighting, but barely anything against the bombers team. So
yeah, the only thing happens though eventually, because they keep doing this guerrilla warfare on the bombers go to Madeira, something city where the shop is, and it's like, okay,
Mazador,
yeah. So it's like, okay, they have something more like I can't remember the card, but like the escape teleport card, a company, I think that's it. And it's like, okay, so they're getting it from the shops. Like, we're gonna start monopolizing it, so we have more than they do. So we'll just like literally burn them out. Like, we'll force the fight, and we'll just have more of the cards. So we'll keep chasing them, right?
Yeah, pretty much. So like they go. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, so like they're hassling all the people going to the shop and like robbing them of their cards.
Right. Well, not just hassling, they're killing them if they've met like Tasgera's team before.
Yeah.
Like they like go through their contact list or whatever to see if they've made contact with them before, and they just straight up kill them.
Yeah, so if they're buying his crew cards, and they're just going to kill him.
Exactly. Trying to flush them out.
It basically becomes like a series of like teleport wars of like they do a company, like go do one city, they just follow, and they just keep going across all of Greed Island over and over and over till eventually the idea is they're going to go to the real world to like buy more time. Because you can hang out in the real world for 10 days before your cards reset or whatever, right? But then we run into a bit of a problem with that. And then they get to the real world while they're trying to run interference. And whoops, the guy who set up the whole thing is like, yeah, I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah.
Like the guy who's paying for it, the guy who has the big reward money, right? There's no more reward money. So he paid out everyone who was working for him. And then it becomes like by the way, I had this hot young girl who was into me. And she was like in the hospital for a long time. And I needed the Greed Island thing to cure her. And then she died. So fuck it.
Yeah. I mean, the funny thing is that you think with all the money that he has, he could just like Nen, as we've seen, is like magic in this world, right?
It's actual magic.
So he could just literally hire someone like Machi, for example, to be able to cure her.
Or like someone who made the card in the game that has the power to cure them. Therefore, they implicitly have that power to begin with, right?
Right. They have the power to make all these crazy cards. Therefore, it's their Nen that's sustaining this game. So, you could just go to them if you're willing to shell out billions of dollars. I'm sure you have the cash.
Everyone's got a price, like.
Yes.
So, I don't know. It just felt unearned's not the word I want to use, but like really out of the blue. I was just like, okay, we're doing all this thing, like we're building to a climactic battle, then just fart.
Yeah.
Like literally the reason to be here now other than pride is gone.
Well, I think in a way, like, and I'm talking on my ass right now, but I think maybe like that's the point of like what you're trying to, like, you're seeing Gon and Killua do.
Well, for Gon, whatever, that's fine. That works.
Yes, for them it's pride, right? Yeah. But that's why Tasgera just like fucking,
I'm sure Genthru wanted the money.
Doesn't come back in.
And like he, at least to keep the plot moving forward, he's not informed this happened. So he's not unaware. He's unaware that like the billions of dollars are off the table now.
Right.
So that keeps him going in that he doesn't know. But
it's interesting because I wonder if they all have like they never bring this up, but like theoretically they would all have cell phones. Like we know cell phones exist in this
they got
world.
beetle phones, yeah.
So do they not have them? They can't communicate at all, like when they're inside the game. Like I don't know.
Do they use the beetle phone in the game?
They don't. They go outside to use the beetle phone that one time I think they call Kurapika.
Oh, yeah.
But I just thought it was interesting that like no one's ever made a mention or attempt of like trying to use their phone, but
granted, at the point, like very few people would actually know. So like his direct staff, he said he paid off, they're gone. And like Ra's al Ghul and his crew, they're gonna get their money. So they're getting paid. And Gorino, the gorilla man, he gets some of that money. He's gonna give that to Gon and Killua too.
Right.
But yeah, so like I don't know, just my butt is sore. I'm shifting in my chair. But yeah, like the big payout's like part of the reason they're there, and they're just like, nah, we're not doing it. Which
yeah. So now it's literally just pride, and also people just not knowing that the prize money.
And the majority of the players do not know that the promised prize is now no longer a thing.
Right.
And that's basically the episode. Yeah, I guess we just moved into episode 73, Insanity and Sanity. I do want to let you take this one. I got one thing to say though, because it triggered fighting game brain. Because they're still training. Bisky's still training Gon, right? Because they are going for the fight. Because they do know it's going to be a fight between Genthru and their crew.
Right.
And one of the things he has to do is like get a stopwatch and like stop it perfectly on 100-second, like to the perfect thing. And like he sort of got close, but it's like, well, you got to get it within 1/100th of a second. And like, oh, okay, so Gon has to learn his links. Because for fighting game players, if you want your one frame links,
funny.
Like, so, for me, maybe that takes Gon 10 days. For me, that's just an afternoon of practice. I would already had that.
Damn.
I learned all my
Rooflemonger saying that he can take Gon on 1v1 him.
All I'd have to do to take Gon on is just do a thing where, like, if he saw giving up as a loss and not an easy win, just force him in that situation, then he'll lose.
Fair enough. Use his pride against him.
Yeah, because like
it's funny.
I could give him a dice, a loaded dice, and like, okay, Gon, if you roll a 6, you win. And it's a loaded dice; it'll never roll a 6, and he'll never give up. He'll just sit there and die.
Pretty much. You can do make it one of the unlucky dice, and then if he hits like the unlucky number or whatever, he'll literally die.
Yeah.
But wait, so did that 1 second thing, was there ever a payoff to that? Like, we don't see that coming up.
Specifically, he has to learn how to channel his Nen to different body parts real fast when his arm gets grabbed.
Okay.
But other than that, it's like, it was just specifically, and just use the term 1/100th of a second. I'm like, oh, okay, it's links. It's link timing.
Right.
So,
yeah, I just thought it was interesting.
Can he plink his Nen is the question.
They emphasize the timing so much, but I'm like, as long as it's like very fast, he would have been fine. But anyway, sorry, I'm getting
no. It's just So I just wanted to mention that because it just triggered fighting game brain response. And
he's getting his one frame links in.
Yeah, he's getting his one frame.
He's learning all the tech. But yeah, so this episode starts out basically with Genthru's team waiting outside of the tower.
Yeah, they're waiting for like the time
into the game. Yeah, they're waiting to see if Tesgera's team is gonna come back. Because apparently the card data in their binders gets deleted after 10 years. Or sorry, 10 days. Yeah. But little did they know that the monkey dude, I'm forgetting his name.
Gorino, he's Gorilla Man. I made sure to remember his name.
Yes.
So yeah, he has all their cards and data. Yeah.
Yes, he has all their cards and so like the important cards, like I'm assuming most of the named slot cards are in his binder. And so the ones that are in Tesgera's binders are actually like fakes or copies or whatever of the real ones.
Yeah, and they didn't mention, at one point when it started running away, they actually switched a bunch of Genthru's cards with fakes.
Yes, that was like the last episode.
Yeah, I think it was the last episode, but yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they're just like doing a bunch of guerrilla warfare techniques basically to kind of psych
Yeah,
them
they're just
out.
delaying. They're like they're not trying to
Yeah,
win. They're
and
just buying time.
exactly. And then so then you see like Gon and pals. They're going off to face against Genthru's team. They're finishing up their training, and then the Genthru's team actually wait. I think they actually leave the game. They
They
leave the
did
game
show them leaving the
temporarily.
game and like murking
Yeah.
some dude, but then they're immediately back in the game and they didn't explain it in a way that made sense to
No,
me.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, that was really weird because if they had left the game, they would have learned that, the
Yeah,
reward
so
was
like
no longer
I thought maybe they
valid.
learned, but like at no point, maybe in the comments if you guys know something, maybe I blink and I miss it. I don't know. But like, they show them they left. They're in the terminals. They just
Right.
bomb some random dude, and then they're back and like move on. Like I didn't get that.
Yeah. No, I didn't understand either. I was like, "Wait, why did they first of all, why did they leave? Second of all, why did they come back in? And then why did they kill this
Because yeah, so
random
if they leave, they
dude?"
chase the other guys. Like it doesn't matter because you can only get them the cards in game. Like you can't take their
Right.
cards out in the world, so there's no
No.
benefit to you.
Right, and then at that point, they've already been, what is it, timed out, right? They
Yeah,
can't go back into the game. So it's like, I don't
I
understand what was
didn't like
going on at
they
that
just they
plot
killed
point.
somebody in the real world and went back and sure.
Yeah, they just have to show how evil they are. They're willing to kill in the
The-
game, but they're also willing to kill outside of the game too.
yeah, I don't. I didn't get that. Like once again, if I'm missing something, please let me know. But that seemed weirdly like. Now that I'm thinking about because they showed it like, and then they don't show them going back, and like nothing came of it.
Nope. Literally nothing came of it. So I'm like, that's a really weird pacing or maybe plot point that did not need to be in there at all.
Yeah, so I don't know.
But anyways, so now that Tazgira's team is out of the way, now we're going up against Team Gon.
Yeah,
So
they bought the
basically
time,
their
so like the
plan.
fight's gonna happen, and they got
Yes,
a
so
bunch
they
of
bought their
tricks and
time.
stuff. I
Yes.
sorry, not to interrupt. I had another thing I just want to highlight.
No, go ahead.
So Gon's team's in a little bit of position of power in that they know they got some tricks, and Genther's like, oh, these are dumb kids, right?
Hmm.
And Gon's saying some stuff to like rile him up, and Killua has to pretend like that's not what he wanted him to say.
Hmm.
So I can't remember what Gon said, but he says some stuff, and Killua's like, "What are you doing?" Like provoking a fight. But then Killua just like, he's like, "Don't say that." Go, and then it's like, "Nice,"
Right.
and that's it. He just goes, "Nice." I just like that. Like,
Yeah, the little internal monologue. Actually, we've seen Killua do that quite a few times, where he's just like psychoanalyzing everything, and then you never see it from Gon's perspective. He's just
no, because
always like,
brain empty. There's nothing to psychoanalyze, right? Like,
yes, exactly.
and at one
Um,
point, I don't know if it's on
mhm.
purpose, but like, Gon's Nen is up, and he's like striking a pose, and like Genther's also striking like a weird pose too, and they have it from like a side angle, and it looks a lot like that one Goku versus Vegeta pose. Like, I don't know if it's intentional or not, but I noticed
Oh,
that.
okay. I
So,
didn't even notice that.
like,
Is that like a specific? Is it like a frame that they linger on for a long time,
yeah,
or
it's
is it
on there
just like a
for a hot
quick?
minute here. Goku. It's but the side shot of it. It's kind of like that.
Ah,
That one, but like the
okay.
side shot where like they're 3/4 angled downwards.
Right.
And maybe it's just me got too much Dragon Ball in the brain, but like,
No,
but they're just both hitting
I don't
specific
remember that
poses, and like
exact.
the auras are up,
Mhm.
and just it felt very Dragon Ball to me.
Right, but it's funny because you mentioned to me there's also other shots from this fight that are maybe a little less a little less well done.
Yeah. Is it this episode or next episode? Because I have it written in my notes here. No, I have
Oh,
it written down. Next
I don't
episode.
know.
I have the
Okay, next
moment.
episode.
The moment's written down. We'll talk about that.
So, yes, we'll talk about that
If you're
then,
listening on the
but
audio only version of this, when you hear us talking about the moment, please go to my Twitter. I have a picture of it. But yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to
I
it.
mean, I got a sneak preview of it before, and my impressions were, was this an actual shot from the
It's an actual
anime?
shot.
Because I
It's
did
blink and you'll miss
not
it.
see it at all.
It's blink and you'll
Yeah.
miss it, but
It's literally one of those, like, I feel like if you were hyper fixated on,
well,
like, watching every
for those listening,
frame,
if you've listened to
you
this
would
point, you know
notice.
I hyperfixate on like the things I shouldn't probably at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just saw that and like just hit the brakes for like 20 minutes. That's all I could think about.
It is a very bad shot. It is
Yes.
very bad.
So
The
the
fact that it's
budget
in there is kind of shocking.
went other places.
Yes, clearly it went to other places. But yeah, so you're now we're doing the one-on-one fights. Genthru's team is out of
They're
spell
using
cards to kind of,
the teleport spell to like teleport them
yeah, like
away from
yeah, a
other
couple of
people.
them. Mm-hmm.
And this is
Right.
where Bisky finally does the thing.
Yes. The
Yes.
transformation.
So it transforms like she's like 9 feet tall, 10,000 pounds of muscle, and like just one shot's like the Bara, is it? One again through
Yeah,
friends.
I don't know what his name is.
They don't.
He's not
If his name's
important.
even Bara, then I'll be shocked that I remember that much. They're not the stars here.
They're
But it
definitely
does make
not.
me
And
wonder,
it's
just on like the
Mhm.
power scaler thing. So how strong is Bisky now compared to everyone else that we met? Is she stronger than, and like Bisky forma Gigante? Is this like stronger than Hisoka? Is this closer to
Mhm.
Gang? Like where's this? Right?
I'm not sure actually, but she's a very strong character. She's quite old too, you know, she's like in her
Yeah.
mid-50s, so she's super experienced. I don't remember if she's like I don't think she's like a star. I might be misspeaking. It's been a while since I
Like could she
have read the
solo
manga.
Genthru? Or is she letting go
Oh,
and
she
have
could
Genthru for like the
No,
Ging
she
training?
could totally take on Genthru.
Yeah.
There's no question. She could totally take on Genthru
Okay.
if she wanted to. But I think Gon's like pure stubbornness is kind of like the reason why like he wanted to take Genthru, and she's just kind of like,
The
all
stubbornness
right.
pissed me off here, and I hate it more because he was rewarded for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
He has not learned his lesson, and he will continue to not learn his
He
lesson.
learned
One thing
the
I do
exact
want to
wrong lessons out of this series episodes.
Right, right. Sorry. One thing I just wanted to say is that with Bisky's like transformation to like her super buff form, it was really funny because like before in the episode they had like the masseuse that had this whole magical girl thing, and then for Bisky turning super buff, it's just like 1 minute she's small and the next minute she's just like really buff. There was like
Yeah.
no big show along with it. 'Cause she's just
They
like,
gave like a
I
little
hate
scene of like
this
some muscles
form.
growing, but that's about it, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. It's not like
it's not a
overly
10-minute Dragon
done.
Ball transformation.
Exactly. Whereas, like, you saw other scenes before where there was a lot of effort put into it. So, yeah, she just mentions, like, oh, I really hate this form. Like, I don't really like using it. I was like, okay, that makes sense. She didn't really want to, like, make a whole show out of it just because it's not something that
She
she's
takes no
comfortable with.
pride
She
in
wants
it.
to be this cute girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that means
Yeah.
the cute girl is like, well, I have to because like Dragon Ball is the best comparison point. So it's like her Form 1 Frieza. Frieza has Form
Yeah.
1 just for like purely comfort reasons. It's
Mhm.
easier to like his little floating or little chair deal.
Right.
You know, like
Exactly. Yeah, she's just in the form because she prefers being in that form.
yeah.
Basically. But yeah, so like you see the Bisky fight versus the whatever that dude's name is. You see Gon, a little bit of the Gon versus Genthru fight, just a little bit of it
Yeah,
because
they're just
most
like
of it is next episode.
yeah, that is mostly next. It's mostly like you're not gonna win, kid. It's like, yeah, well, I'm going, so I'm not gonna give up. How about you give up? And it's like, okay, and punches him in the head. Like
Yeah, or they're like, if I lose, you give up. We give up each other's cards. You know,
yeah,
like
it's
they're
like
just
cutting
like
deals.
trying to
Cutting deals he has
overcome the
no
stakes.
business cutting. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
Well, we'll get
but
into
like,
that. That's mostly next. So,
right.
Killua though, we learn more about his brother, and that his brother is a talented metallurgist, and that he creates like
Mhm.
a fucking unique alloy only he can create because he has these yo-yos show up.
Yes, one of his moves from the game.
And I finally, yeah, because it's a good chunk of his moves from the game are the yo-yo moves, and now I finally know where that comes from. But yeah, he's like, oh, my brother, and like his brother's kind of cool. Like his brother's really talented, actually. Like maybe he's a piece of shit, I guess, but like he's got a wide skill set, right?
Right. He's very useful to the family. He's not cool, but like he's very useful.
Well, he did have that one shot where he's like his shirt's like unbuttoned. He's like doing this like cool guy walk at one time, but yeah, he's like a super hacker, I guess expert torturer, and also Master Metalsmith.
Yeah, there's also all new music for this fight, which I was like, okay, we're getting something besides the bongos.
Yeah.
Like, we're getting something new, so that's pretty cool.
And each yo-yo weighs 50 kilograms.
Yeah, which is
It's
insane.
like 120 pounds or something like that.
Yeah, like 120 pounds. Yeah, for you Americans out there. That was some quick math.
Oh no, the Americans don't use the kilograms. It's the rest of the world.
I just know that like 1
pound or 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds.
Is 1 kilograms. Yeah. There you go.
Because even Canada, we're halfway there because you guys poisoned us.
How so?
Like, we'll use, centimeters, meters. We use the metric system, except we will say 6'2", 6'3", 6. We'll say that instead of like the rest of the world. Instead of, we won't say centimeters. And we'll use.
It's good for you to know an extra.
We use pounds, not kilograms. So we're in a weird halfway point here in Canada because we're in proximity to the States.
That's right. America.
That's right.
Affect everything.
We got a little bit of imperial.
One thing I noticed was that the red-haired dude that Killua was fighting against, I don't know why, but maybe I'm just making this shit up, but I think he's actually the VA for Ryu's English voice and also Kazuya's English voice, but
Kyle Hebert?
Maybe... I don't remember the name, but I was like, this sounds very familiar.
We can kill the podcast and fact check it.
I don't know who the voice actor is for that character.
Kyle Hebert.
I don't even know that red-haired character's name, actually.
Find out.
Yes, please fact check me. I want to know if I'm
and here's the thing. This is me Quebec-walling it. His name, I'm almost certain is not Hebert, but that's how I read it as being born in Quebec.
Maybe search like... Well, I can't see your screen.
But he is in Hunter x Hunter.
Okay, he is in Hunter x Hunter. As who, though?
He is several smaller characters, so I have to Google these people's names now.
Oh, okay.
He is Umori, who is one of the triplets from the original Hunter exam.
Oh, yeah, I remember the guys with like the sock hats.
Yeah. He is Masta, who is one of the nameless mob guys, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't remember him at all.
He's Moral. Moral's one of the dudes from the game, isn't he?
Oh, yes, he's like the hunter.
Yeah.
The 1-star hunter.
So that's Kyle Hebert for Hunter x Hunter.
Okay. Well, maybe I'm just making that up, but
and
I
also
could have sworn.
Others.
Okay. Anyways, I'm purely going based off the vibes in that moment. I appreciate the fact check.
Well, you know what? We got to do this all the way now. So,
what's the red-haired guy's name though? That's what I don't remember.
One of them's Bara, I think.
Get through and his crew. Let me see. Get through.
Sub and Bara.
Okay. Sub and Bara.
English voice is Kyle Hebert. You're right.
There you go.
So on the Wikipedia article, he's counted as others.
Okay.
But yeah, you nailed it, actually. You totally nailed it. Wow, so he got like 4 paychecks out of this show.
Yeah.
Good on him, man. Get paid. Hair color, blonde, 1999. Red, 2011.
Oh, I didn't realize they changed his hair from the animes, actually.
I'm just looking. I didn't even think about it. He's got this like a little Majin Buu thing on his forehead here.
Yeah, they're like nothing characters, though. So.
Yeah, they're absolutely nothing characters, but yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's basically the end of the episode. Like, Killua just takes out
so he has like
dude.
Yo-Yo Fu.
Yes.
And considering how fast you can whip a yo-yo, if it was 120 pounds, like that would cave your skull in.
Yeah.
Like I know Nen or whatever protects you, but like that would decapitate you straight up. But the one thing I want to mention is a lot of their fight in anime terms is very Hajime no Ippo.
Okay.
Because then they start doing like, oh, your blind spot's open. And I'm thinking like, Like they're doing like.
Oh yeah, he like takes the yo-yo and it like whips around the
it's
tree or something.
When you went for
like
the kick, you raised your right arm, so you had a blind spot. So I hit you on around the blind spot, the yo-yo, right? And it just feels like very Hajime no Ippo, like how they talk while they're fighting.
It does. Yeah. It does almost feel like a boxing match, but with yo-yos and Nen.
But yeah, so Bisky literally one-shots dude when she turns big. And Killua clears him. Like, it's not as free as Bisky, but like Killua's definitely stronger.
Right. There's no competition. There's no real competition here. We know who's gonna win.
Yeah.
These are just some jobbers.
So they go for now is next episode, episode 74, Victor and Loser. And this is brought up after the fact. At no point is Gon stronger than Genthru. Like, spoiler, Gon's gonna win, but he wins through tactics. Even after the fight, the Nen Shaman is like, Genthru is definitely stronger than Gon is.
Right. Yeah, not just tactics, but like absurdly like self-destructive tactics.
Yeah. Good thing we got a magic gimme that completely negates any results of the fight, basically.
I know. It is a little bit like a Deus Ex Machina type situation.
Before we get, because the moment's coming up. So we have basically the whole training arc of like fast reaction times on like the grabs and all that Bisky's teaching him. It's specifically so Genthru can grab him and Gon can react in time to channel his Nen to block the explosion. So he just doesn't explode his arms out of the gate. But then it's like, oh, now I'll grab your hand, you channel your Nen to that part, and then nothing, and I punch you in the stomach.
Right.
Because now you're not defending the rest of your body, right?
Exactly.
And it's like a bit of a back and forth, and then we enter the moment. And they're doing a back and forth of like doing poses and shit, right? And once again, please check my Twitter if you're listening to the audio version. I have a picture there. And this shot could not last longer than 1 actual second. But I just saw it, and like they couldn't be asked to spend any money on this shot. And it's like Gon looks like a little frogman, basically.
Yeah, he looks like a character from like Mario or something.
Yeah, like he's got weird little noodle arms. Like this is MS Paint Gon. Like no money, no more than 1 minute went into this shot. Like 1 human minute of work.
You were definitely not meant to zoom in on this shot.
You are not meant to think about this shot or even see it. It was supposed to happen so fast you couldn't perceive it. Right, but I got special eyes. I got fighting game eyes. I noticed this stuff.
That's right.
And once I noticed it, it's the only thing I could notice. So, like, anime, there's no shortage of anime and, like, budget shots, right? Like, famously, one of my favorite shows of all time, Evangelion, the last two episodes are a budget shot because they ran out of money. Like, they borrowed money from the mob, and then they ran out of that money to finish the show, right?
Right.
So, like, the final 2 episodes of Eva, before we get to the movie, are like a bunch of stills and reused shots.
I thought it was just artistic.
No, there is no money.
Choice.
No money at all. Like, they borrowed money from the mob, and then that money ran out.
That's crazy that they borrowed money from the mob to finish an anime. Not worth it.
Well, the whole story. That's why, like, Anno he was literally institutionalized. He was put in the insane asylum. That's part of the reason why Eva sort of changes its tone in the later half.
Ah, okay.
Because the guy went literally insane.
Okay.
You know, there's that song. You know,
I didn't know
I'm
that
not
he
crazy,
went
institutionalized.
insane.
You're the one that's crazy, institutionalized. You're driving me crazy, institutionalized. I can't remember the part where it gets really fast. But that's the real life story of Hideki Anno. He basically became this.
Doing now?
He's a multi-millionaire now. He's doing great.
Okay.
Because then Eva went on to make all the fucking money in the world. It went on to become the most successful anime of all time.
So maybe he was worth borrowing money from the mom.
Turns out money cures a lot of mental illnesses. Like,
there you go.
Because then he could start doing all the shit he wanted to do, right? Like, then they made like fucking FLCL and all that weird shit after that.
Yeah, I didn't like Fooly Cooly
I
that
don't
much
like it.
either.
I think it's not good. And I forced myself to watch all of it because everyone's like, no, you don't get it. Just finish it. Just finish it. And like, I watched all of it. It's not good.
I like the soundtrack.
It's
Fooly
yeah.
Cooly. It's pretty dope.
Like the soundtrack's amazing. But
Yes.
the show, the only thing that got
Yep.
anything out of me from the show is
I
the
know.
fact that it was like weird reverse, because there's a South Park reference in the show, right?
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, like it's like a good minute long scene where they're just doing like a South Park reference.
Oh my god. Okay. To be fair, I watched this a very long time ago. So
But yeah, it's
oh,
just
that,
weird.
yeah,
Like I've
that's
seen a
straight
million
up South
Western
Park.
shows reference anime. I don't really see anime reference Western stuff, especially at that time,
Mhm.
because this was like shit 2002 or something like that. So it was just a novel concept.
Huh, that is really cool,
What was the
actually.
good one? Was it Abenabashi? Yeah, Abenabashi was the good one. Magical Shopping District, Abenabashi. This was the good one. By Gainax. Way better than FLCL.
This must be very obscure because I've never heard of it.
It's not even great, but you know, it's a good little romp.
Okay. I'd like to consider myself decently as opposed to like movies and other pop culture stuff. Like I'm like decently informed of like what's popular in the mainstream, but when it comes to like this like very out there indie type thing, you definitely know your stuff.
I come from a different generation, right? So like I was super in tune for all the stuff in anime from the 90s to the early 2000s.
Mhm.
And then I fell out of it for a very long time. So I have giant gaps in my knowledge because when people talk to me like, "Oh my god, like Bleach." I don't even know it. To this day, I only have the most cursory understanding what Bleach is.
Really? I mean, to be fair, I also jumped off of Bleach
Like
after
there's
like
a
the
guy
first
with
few seasons.
fucking like I name 60 animes here. There's a guy with a sword. I think his name's Ichigo.
Yes.
And there's like a
Go,
sexy
yep.
cat lady.
Oh, yeah, she's like a ninja. What's her name? She's got purple hair.
Yeah. That's all I
Yeah.
know. I don't know the first thing about Bleach. I don't know it. I still to this day don't know anything about Naruto really, other than like what you have to learn through osmosis. Because it came when I just couldn't care about anime.
Okay, fair enough. That's kind of like the era I grew up in.
Yeah.
Like Naruto, Bleach, or Naruto,
So
Bleach.
that's when
Um,
you find me very opinionated because like I watch a lot of stuff and like he's like, oh my, this is so foundational. I'm like, Trigun's better, Bebop's better, Eva's better,
I
Escaflowne's
did love
better,
Trigun.
Gundam
I
Wing's
love
better.
Trigun.
Like I was around for all that, you know, like
Mm, yeah, that was a little before my time.
Record of Lodos War is so much better. Holy shit. Like,
Yeah,
so
Trigun's great, and they recently did I haven't seen it, but like a prequel
it's
slash
like a
retelling of
remake.
Trigun.
I heard it's not
Yeah,
bad. Just, I love Trigun so much. I don't want to like lower my opinion of Trigun in case I don't like the remake.
that's fair. Trigun's one of the few anime that I was able to get one of my friends who is a notorious anime hater to actually watch, and he surprisingly liked it. So I was
Okay,
like, "All
actually,
right."
there's a good example right there. There's some things I do know from like that blind period I have. There's like, there's always, you have someone, I hate all anime. But the thing is, anime
Right,
isn't just a monoculture, right? Because like,
right.
you'd be saying, I hate movies. No, there's eventually going to be a movie you like, right? Usually the
Exactly.
anime I get to make people watch that they will like is Steins Gate.
Okay, interesting. I
Because like
actually
I have
haven't
two
seen
friends who watch
Steins
anime
Gate.
too, and famously in our friend group, we all hate each other's taste in anime. We all think
It
what
seems
we
to be a
all either
recurring
like is
theme.
dog shit, right? But we
Mhm.
all love Steins Gate, and we all think Steins Gate's a 10 out of 10.
Okay, that's the one with, like, the it's like a dude who is like a what is this? A nail sticking out of his head and, like, a red-haired girl, right?
Nails? Has like from he's like unkempt.
Oh, never mind. I was getting it confused with Soul Eater.
See, Soul Eater's another
There's
one.
a
I know of
character.
Soul Eater, but I have no idea what Soul Eater's really about. But yeah, it's a well done story. It's just an amazingly well done story. It's a time travel story.
Mhm.
It's got like good vibes. Like there's a little bit of romance, a little bit of like conspiracy theory. That's what got me. It's the conspiracy theory stuff, right?
Ah,
Because
of
like
course it did.
when they started saying stuff like with CERN, I know what CERN was before I watched this show. Because CERN's got some stuff. CERN's got some conspiracy stuff behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Like here's a very real world thing that happened at CERN headquarters.
Well,
Now,
what am I
people say
looking
it
at?
was a joke, but this is a satanic ritual in front of CERN headquarters.
What?
Okay, well, I'm not getting some good pictures here. So some people are like, oh, it was just a joke. We're just joking. But like, there's an actual satanic ritual in front of there. And then there's all this stuff with John Titor, which is a major point of the plot of Steins Gate. And I know all the John Titor stuff. So that got me hooked in real fast, right?
Oh, so it's actually based on real life.
Yes.
That's interesting.
John Titor... Was John Titor fake? Probably. But the conspiracy around John Titor is real. And it's a major part of the Steins Gate plot. But anyway, okay. So now we have derailed enough officially. So let's get back to it. So, this all came from the moment. So... One more time here, just there we go. This derail brought to you by this awful picture. Once again, check my Twitter if you're listening to the audio version. So Gon fighting Genthru, and the whole thing is the plan is he's there to like fact-finding mission / buy time, and ideally they never said explicitly, but I think ideally, Bisky and Killua are gonna link up, and all three of them could kick his ass together.
Did they mention that?
They
I don't
didn't.
remember
I'm
them
assuming that's what the
mentioning that
plan
as
is,
part
because
of the
obviously
plan.
the plan is they got to win,
Oh, okay.
right? And they
Right.
explicitly state that, yo, you can't win. He's so much stronger than you.
Well, if they were trying to win, they would have set out Bisky instead of Gon, but
I know that's the same problem with the volleyball, right? Or the
yes.
dodgeball.
Dodgeball game, yes.
Okay, so I do have here my notes just specifically. Gon is so fucking stupid, handless bitch. So at some point they're just doing like the whole thing, like learning how to block and all that. And if it's like, oh, what if I just use both hands? Then what? And then Gon's like, I got a plan for that one that's definitely going to work out for my favor. So
right.
He takes it, has his hands exploded while he kicks him in the head. Genthru in the head, right?
Yes.
So Genthru admittedly is
loses a hand.
dazed. And I'm skipping forward a little bit ahead, but one of Gon's hand just gets fucking exploded off. He loses one of his hands in this counterattack.
Thank God they don't really show it, because like I was like looking at the stump and I was like, even in anime form, I was like, oh, I do not want to look at this.
But yeah, so once again here, Gon's so fucking stupid, handless bitch is what I wrote down. So Genthru's like, he wasn't expecting to get counterattacked, admittedly. So he's like, whoa, wait, what just happened there? And
right. That literally was not part of their plan.
Yeah.
Like he's deliberately like, oh, I'm sorry, guys. Like I'm going off the script.
Yeah.
You know, he like does this dumb thing, which
just triggered wrestling memory. Goldberg did the worst thing a wrestler could do. He went off the script. That's an actual storyline they built. That the story was he went off the script.
Okay.
It's
all right.
widely considered one of the worst times in wrestling. Because the story became wrestling's fake. And we are saying it's fake. And it's being fake is part of the story. It's just, going meta doesn't work in wrestling.
Yes.
So if Goldberg won't agree to lose, then Scott Steiner will just have to beat him up for real. Fall Brawl. It was Fall Brawl pay-per-view.
Fall Brawl.
Yeah. Now, admittedly, Scott Steiner is real life crazy. Everyone was terrified of him backstage. He would actually beat the fuck out of people backstage for real. Like, this is not a show.
Oh, shit.
Started so many fights. They couldn't fire him because he made so much money at the time. So the idea is, well, if he's scary in real life, well,
just make a joke out of it. Haha.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure you've heard the term roid rage, right?
Yes. You know, it's crazy how wrestling has so many like real life connections. Like you think that they're all personas, but then no, they somehow get like melded into the story of their characters in real life.
Yeah. So Scott Steiner's roid rage personified.
My God, look at those pecs.
Yeah. There's one time he brought a tiger to the ring. He didn't tell anyone he was going to do it. He just brought a tiger to the ring. No one was informed. He just did stuff like that.
Okay, what happened with the tiger?
I don't know, but just everyone's pissing their pants. Like, why is there a fucking tiger here?
That's crazy.
He would go cut a promo in the ring, right? He
Mhm.
wasn't scheduled to cut a promo. Something else was supposed to happen on the live TV show. But he's like, I'm going to cut a promo. And he just walk out. He's been suspended multiple times for stuff he said on TV.
Yeah, and yet he still keeps coming back,
Because
so
at that point, he's an attraction, right? Now you tune in to see what the fuck he's going to do. That's crazy.
yeah, kind of like American
Because
politics.
now it truly is unscripted. So,
Mhm.
I don't know. Scotty. Scotty.
Oh, man.
I could give you a 3-hour podcast just about Scott Steiner stories. But anyway, so Gon refused to follow the script, lost one of his fucking arms, and like dazed Genthru a bit, admittedly. And like Genthru was gonna get his head blown off by a Janken punch, but he tripped
Right.
over and fell backwards, so it actually saved him.
Yeah,
But
pretty
this is where
ridiculous.
tactics. Oh, I got another thing here. So Genthru was like, okay, I'll surrender now, even though he's at a massive advantage. But
Mhm.
the idea is like, okay, I'm going to take out his throat so he can't call out the magic cards. It's like, okay, yeah,
Right.
just come here, take all my cards, take all my cards.
And Gon falls for
Yeah,
it.
it's like, no. Just come a little closer. You gotta look at the card. Just come and look at him for real.
Mhm.
Don't look at him for cha, and he hits him in the throat. And you're like, and I'm like, then like Gon logics it out. It's like, that's the worst mistake you could have made. Like, no, it's not. He just punched you in the fucking
Right.
throat. That's a pretty good
No,
plan, idiot.
it was really dumb of Gon too, because he's like, okay, like I'm gonna give up, and like this is the specific card I want, but I have to show you like in my binder. You have to
Yeah.
come over
Yeah,
here
just
to
look a
my
little closer.
binder.
You got to look at the graphics on it. You got to appreciate the art. You know, like, wait, you just gets him with the hand, like, just in the throat. And then Gon, like, pulls, like, this, like, kill ass thing. He's like, well, this is the biggest mistake you could have made. Now that my throat's not holding me back anymore, I can unleash my full power, some shit. It's like when Kill when the guy gets blinded. Turns out being able to see was what held him back for real.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's a thing with gasoline too.
Yeah, so
right?
that was kind of, like, apparently one of the cards just puts gasoline on the enemy. To be fair, there's Dungeons and Dragons logic to it. Grease is a very powerful level 1 spell. In fact, in Baldur's Gate 3, it's one of the best spells in Act 1, by the way.
Oh, there you go.
Because you slip on grease, you can lose your turn if you slip. And also, if you throw fire on it, it all burns up, right? And since his power is fucking exploding, if he's doused in gas, probably shouldn't do that one anymore, right?
Yes.
Although it's like, okay,
Definitely.
well, I can punch and kick better than you. So how about I punch and kick you to death? But then, going back to the original, like, Vietnam War allegory here, he has like a punji stick trap and he like breaks the ground. And this is how he wins basically through the long con. So way at the beginning of Greed Island, they establish if a card is out of your binder for 10 minutes, it just reverts back to the item.
Right.
And one of the items he had was 20-ton boulder or some shit like that. So he had it out of his card pack the whole time, and then he just throws it up, and it was also in the air. The 10-minute time expired, and becomes 20-ton boulder, and just falls on both of them.
Right. He like lures them into the like this giant pit.
Yeah. Well, he
basically.
crashes the pit. It all just opens up on the ground underneath them, right? So they're stuck in the pit together.
Right.
And so Boulder comes. They both miraculously don't get crushed by it. Although, to be fair, Gon's already in position to not be crushed by it. Genthru just like barely avoids it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so he's messed up, and then Gon's like messed up too. But then he's just like this close to him. He's like 1 foot away, and he just goes Janken punch right into his stomach and just KOs him. And that's the fight. So he out tactics Tim, which is like, admittedly, okay, a win's a win, but you mostly lost the use of one arm and literally lost your hand. But we have Angel's Breath and 6 clone cards, and your actions don't have consequences. So he went completely off script, almost killed himself to do it. So whatever the original plan was, we don't get to see it, right? But then it's like, oh, I got magic, my hands are back. Yay. No consequence at all.
I'm assuming the boulder was originally part of the plan, but then him losing his
Maybe
hands
like trapping
was,
him or something like that, right?
yeah, something like that. Maybe they don't really get into it, but
Yeah, they don't get into it. Then they got enough clone cards. The Angel Breath's like, oh, I'm going to heal all the bad guys too. Got to give them their Senzu Bean. That's when Gorino shows up, and I say here, because Gorino's like, what in the fuck are you doing? Don't heal these guys. What the fuck, right? Like, and I got here written down, Gorino has a gorilla's heart. He knows justice. And then Kill was like some weird morality play. He's like, well, I'm an assassin. I'm much worse than them. Like, well, no. Because one, like, even if you technically killed more people, which we've never seen, you don't kill people. Like, you're a contract killer. Like that, it's not good, but it inherently creates a different morality play, right? Than like, I'm murdering people, like, sometimes just for the fuck of it.
Right. No, literally for the fuck of it, because you see multiple, like that guard. They literally just like,
yeah, they just come for
time to
fun.
murder him. Yeah, and then Garino says something along the lines of like, well, I like you, and I'm going with what my heart says.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
he's got the heart of a gorilla. Yeah, so he knows that tells truth from deceit. But anyways, Gones it up and is like, no, okay, I guess we'll just heal. You know, if Hitler was here, let's heal him too. You know, we all had one bad day, right? But yeah, so they heal all the bad guys too, because fuck it. That's when Garino's like, oh, by the way, so there's no, the billionaire dude, he cashed out. Like, probably should have told you guys this before all this happened.
That's right.
We all got a cut. And by the way, you guys get 2.5 billion Jenny or something like that.
Something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, so I was like, also, oh, sure.
Right. I was like, okay, I don't care about this anymore. Like, you guys can just have the cards because we're not coming back in.
So at that point, they just go light speed from here. So 2 more seconds. Hisoka, by the way, Hisoka met the shaman. Yay! Gone.
Hey.
Like 2 seconds, no explanation. It's like a Z plot now, right? Like, I'm sure at some point Crollo will matter again, but like, we're doing the most minimum we can to move that plot along at the moment.
Yeah, and hey, you were right. I think I remember you theorizing that guy with the little worm dude was the Nen Exorcist.
Yeah, Nen Exorcist. That's it. Yeah,
confirmed.
Yeah, so they got that confirmed. I figured he's the only other guy who's alive. That makes sense. So I don't feel that's like terrible insight. Just like process of elimination of characters that you've shown.
No, but still, you know,
I want to see more of the little worm buddy. He's cool. Have Hin and Tompa fucking take on the world.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so now they finally get all the cards. And then they introduce the most head-ass rule going into the next episode of, by the way, there's a worldwide Greed Island quiz. Because now there's an actual card 0 that wasn't explained at all to this point that you need. And whoever answers this worldwide quiz gets card 0.
Yeah, whoever has the highest scored.
Yeah.
Yeah, it like I was saying, it's a very anticlimactic end to the arc.
What?
And they're wrapping it up real quick at this point.
Yeah, we're going light speed. So yeah, next episode is episode 75, Ging's Friends and True Friends. And if you want to take this, yeah.
Yeah, so basically the beginning of the episode starts, they're about to take the quiz, and just randomly at the end of the last episode, like, they end up surrounded by a bunch of people.
Yeah, all of a sudden everyone like teleports to them. Like, every living player teleports to them.
Right, so you're here thinking like, oh man, like there's another fight that's about to happen, like something is going to occur here. But no, they're just like, oh, if we have the final card, like, we'll buy it from you and go on a Killua now that they know they're getting this huge amount of money.
Well, it's like they were asking for money. Some of the people came in. They didn't know the bounty's off, but they know they're getting paid. So regardless, same
right. So they know they're getting paid. So they're like, yeah, sure. Like if you get the card, we'll buy it from you for some ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah, it's probably like 2.5 billion Jenny. Yeah.
And then they do the thing where they're like, So everyone starts like teaming up, right? Basically to take this quiz because they don't say you have to take it individually or whatever. It's just, you know,
Mhm.
people can just take it together in teams. And so Gon and Killua are like, we're gonna take it by ourselves
Yeah, sure.
instead of in teams. We're gonna do the
Why
right
pull
thing
together
and we're
after
not
all this
gonna
point, right?
cheat.
Every man for himself.
Right. And I'm just like, okay, this whole time you guys have been working as a team together. I don't understand what the logic is in taking this test by yourselves, but whatever. Part of the story plot. And what do you know? Who gets the highest score, Rooflemonger?
So Gon actually gets the highest score, which at no point did it felt like he was invested in what the cards are or what they did. But apparently he knows them. And some of these questions are fucking dumb. Like they flash some questions real quick. And like as someone who in recent times has watched all these episodes, and I'm like, what? Huh? Like they might have said it at some point.
Mhm.
But especially after I just came off a adrenaline-packed death battle, right? I probably wouldn't be
Mhm.
in the best state to answer a lot of these questions. And yet Gon is apparently the best state to answer them.
That's right. And he just remembers everything, even though there are some people that have been literally playing Greed Island for
For
like 10
years,
years.
years.
Yeah.
Right? The idea, I guess, is
It's
like
like, okay.
for people who stole their cards, they wouldn't know them as good. So
Right.
they need to know the lore. They need to know the flavor text on the card, right?
Mhm.
Like, oh god, fuck. Let me show you one of Magic's first controversies.
Oh, first controversies.
Not the
Okay.
first, but one of the first.
Okay. One of many to come, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Flavor text. Elden Warlord. Oh god, it's loading something bad. I don't like it taking that long to load. Anyways, the text says, what if they threw a war and everyone came? And came's in italics.
Okay.
And young children's minds take out of context.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not that deep. It's not that deep. There's Wit's End though. Okay, hopefully. Because this is printed on the card. And okay, you can see this nice and big.
Mhm.
So if you can please read the flavor text.
I'm not gonna get canceled for this,
No,
am
no, no, no,
I?
no, no.
Okay. Target player discards his or her hand. Your pathetic
Wrong.
ideas lie in
Start again.
wait, what? Your p pathetic. No,
There's a typo on the card.
pathetic?
It was mass printed with
Oh,
the
wow.
typo.
Oh, man.
Like this happens more than it should in Magic.
Pathetic?
Yeah, it's just pathetic. It's supposed to say pathetic. It says pathetic.
Well, in my defense, the text is kind of small.
I know. It was just so I remember everyone had a grand laugh. So there's the odd typo in Magic.
Flavor text matters, apparently.
Text matters. But yeah, so yeah, I just wanted to mention that real quick here. At some point too, real quick, when Gon wins, two guys who are like, I know they showed up at some point, like, now you're gonna give us those cards, son, and we're gonna, and then he just like they get one shotted.
Yeah, I remember they kind of lingered on it for too long too. I was just like,
like I just
I
like
don't
knew
know.
like this isn't happening. Don't even pretend. Like
Right, I know. It's like, come on, guys. There's no point even putting this bit in here. We know it's not going to work. But yeah, basically after that, so Gon wins, and the card to claim the card, I guess they have to go visit like this castle, essentially.
they have to go, and
claim the card.
it's another thing. I don't know why they wasted time on it. So they say, okay, you have to go here. It's like, well, we haven't been here, so we can't use the one teleport card. Like, well, I have this card that tells me to read somewhere I haven't been. So I'll do that, teleport back, then re-teleport you there. And like, okay, but we just burned 2 minutes on this. Like, why not just go there?
This is very random, but did they ever have a card like this in any, or like a spell or something in any MMORPG that you ever played? Because all the ones I played, if you had never been there, you could never teleport there. Like, it was not an ability that you
Usually in
had.
MMOs, you have to go to the town first before you can
Right,
go
that's what
there.
I thought.
But like stuff like Mage and WoW, Mage gets some teleports that you don't technically have to go to the town to go there.
Okay.
But it'd be weird. It'd be weird if you didn't go there by that point. By the time you get the
Okay.
spell, but technically you could not. You didn't have to. But yeah. But usually MMO rules is you have to go there, set your mark one way or another, then you can go there.
Right. Yeah, that was the logic that I always understood. So I was like, "Huh, okay, that's like a different card or I guess spell that I've never seen in any of the games I've played." Anyways,
Warlocks could send people in WoW specifically to most anywhere. Under the old rules, if I remember right, because it's weird rules when they had still like they're still trying to be D&D before WoW became its own thing. They're like, fuck it, we don't need to play by the established rules because they had Warlock teleport, so you needed 3 people to help. One Warlock to make the portal, another person to channel the portal, then third person to walk through it.
Well, that's a lot of people.
And then you can do like, oh, I got a portal to Orgrimmar. Cool, just come through here. And then through the geometry, you can't tell. There's actually like a step you don't know is there, and you fall to your death while you try to go into the portal.
Of course.
We had to make our
I'm
own
sure
fun.
they patched that up.
We had to make our own fun.
But yeah, anyways, that was just a random thought I had while
But
I
yeah,
was
it was just a
seeing
weird
that
thing. Like
spell.
they had to like,
Yes.
we haven't been there, so here's the card. And it's just, I don't know, it's 30 seconds that just didn't need to happen.
Right, and something else that also struck me as very weird is that Bisky, like, as Gon's about to teleport whatever to this castle, she's like, "Oh, maybe you'll meet your father Gene there." But it's like at the beginning when he entered Greed Island, they already said, "Oh, Gene, like I'm not here. Haha, enjoy the game."
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, okay, maybe she just didn't know that, but it seems like a very weird point to just bring up because
I
we
don't know.
already
Well,
know that's not true.
it definitely, like, he wasn't there.
Mhm.
Oh, and at some point here, when they're tied up, Ganther and them crew is tied up. The Nen Exorcist shows
Mhm.
up, and he touches him and says, I caught the bomber. So he removed his
Yes.
bomb, and he walks off. And he just randomly like, yeah, Ganther's still way stronger than Gon. He just randomly throws it out there. No context. And then we move on.
Mhm.
Just to like make it know that
Right.
like Gon's win's not legitimate or something like that.
Yeah. Anyways, so, like, they go to the castle,
And besides like
right?
gamer hell, it's like some dude playing a Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
It's like just like Doritos and Domino's pizzas on the floor and shit. Like it's a big
Exactly.
mess.
Okay, now here is the reference you probably already know, but I wanna make to you anyways, is the Dr. Mashirito from Dragon Ball. He's like a doctor or he's like a Doctor Slump character, actually.
Okay.
But the guy, whoever the dude who's there, who gives him the card, looks exactly like that kind
Yeah,
of character.
that's an archetype you'd see a lot in like a lot of things throughout like the early 90s.
Oh, I didn't know it was an archetype. I was like,
Yeah.
it looks
The frazzled dude with the afro's been around.
yeah, it looks like that dude, or maybe like
Doctor, yeah,
spiked
no,
a
he
little
does look
bit.
like the Dr. Slump guy too, yeah. But that it is an archetype.
Yeah, it's
You'd
just
mostly
it's,
find it in 90s stuff. But
okay. I just thought it was like very goofy. But yeah, he's like literally in his like pajamas or something like that, or like in a wife beater tank
he's in
top or
his
something
like
like that.
gamer's shame cave.
Yes.
Yeah.
He looks like a gamer. And then kind of just like scrunges through the like all the trash bags and stuff.
Yeah, he's
and,
like putting the pizza
throws
carts like, no, just sit. Just like moving the pizza on the floor around, like have a sit.
right.
Yeah.
And kind of just like throws this like box at him, and essentially he can put 3 cards in there that they can
Yeah, they can
then
take cards
into
out of the
real
game
world.
into the real world.
Yes. So, and I guess that was the whole reason the guy, the billionaire dude, like wanted to
Because
enter
he
this
wanted
game was
Angel's
so he
breath
could
to
get that
cure his
prize.
very young girlfriend.
Right, to bring back the angel's breath. But yeah, so then there's a whole discussion about how like he knows I guess both of these people are, they're real hunters and they actually know Gene and how this it's very random, but basically like how Greed Island is just a combination of the first letters of all of their
We learn
names.
it's not actually Greed Island, it's Gree Island.
Yes. That to me, I'm like, what where are we going with this?
Okay,
Because
I can only
so
this is the way I'm thinking of this because it is based off the comic, right?
okay. Mhm.
I'm like, we have a deadline and I got pages to fill and I need to fill them easily. So he just goes off in this weird, like, this means nothing. We burn like 5 minutes. Like, my name actually starts with a W, not D. So it should be like Gree Island, not Greed Island. This is the first letter of
Right.
everyone, right? And
Right.
like, who cares? Like, what?
Yeah, and then he changed my name from
He
like W
legally
to
changed my, because he has
D.
that power. He
Yeah.
legally changed his name because it annoyed him.
Right.
Like, what? What in the
Yes.
world are we talking about?
It it's like a totally random tangent. Like some of the tangents I'm like, okay, I guess I can kind of understand like whatever Bisky's talking about. You can meet Jean's dad. All right, maybe
Yeah.
she didn't know. But this one I'm just like, what
This is
where is this
actual
coming from?
nonsense and like the most filler way possible.
Um, one thing also about sorry, now I'm thinking about it, just jumping back for a second. About teleporting to a random area is you learn like there's a whole nother city that they've never been to.
Mm.
And there's still so much of the game that they haven't experienced. And I was like, oh, okay. I actually kind of wish they had been able to explore this
Oh,
city a little bit
that's you
more,
gotta you
and we
save that
got
for
to
the
see
second
more of it.
playthrough.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
you can
true.
see all the
But
stuff
like,
you
you know,
didn't see on the first one.
they were doing a whole training arc in like this desert area. I'm like,
Yeah,
you
well,
can move one of those
Bisky gave him the
arcs
wrong
here.
game. They were like running around just grinding instead of like playing the game for real and leveling up the right way.
Right. Exactly, exactly. But yeah, I was just a little bit sad. I don't know why. I was just like, oh, it would have been really cool to learn more about this
Well, maybe
city
Ging made
that has
something
this
and like it was
castle.
supposed to be like the final truth Gon was supposed to know, and they just skipped that whole part of the game.
Who knows? It could be
It's
it
just like
maybe at this point.
they get there and it's like, I want to say the words to you I wasn't brave to say enough in person. I love you, son. And just he'll never see it. Like, it just goes unplayed.
Oh man, that would be quite the twist ending. That would actually be a really interesting end, honestly, to the
Yes,
arc. I'd actually
Sliders
kind of
ass
like to
ending.
see
Oh
that.
God, Slider. Okay, you know, you might. Do you know what Sliders is?
No.
All right. For you listening home, you might be like, "What Sliders?" But let me say this, and I'll get at least one of you. Sliders. That was like the commercial stinger. I go Sliders. So Sliders, TV show. They just
Okay.
they slide between worlds,
Okay.
and they're trying to get back home. And each world has like a episode of the week kind of thing. This world's weird in its own way, and we're gonna solve the problem. On to the next world, right? Trying to get back
Mhm.
home. And they always know when they're not. Well, sometimes it's really easy to tell when they're not home. We're like, oh, Nazis run the world. Probably not home, right? Or
Right.
are they 2025? Am I right? Whoa, political
Uh,
commentary. There we go. But he'd always go home, and his door would always squeak, right?
mhm.
So they're, oh, okay, it's not squeaking. So, or like, if it doesn't squeak the exact right way, it always squeaks. He knows. Usually, there's a
It's the
million
wrong
other
one.
ways to tell that they're not in the home
Mhm.
world. But like, that's usually like one of the first things they check. Does it squeak the right way? The door,
Mhm.
right? Because in every universe, it just doesn't squeak or it doesn't squeak the right, whatever.
Mhm.
And then the whole shock ending of one of the episodes is they were home the whole time, and his dad finally fixed the fence,
Oh
and then they
no.
slide back out.
Oh my god. R.I.P. man.
Yeah, and as a kid, that messed with me heavily. Like the
That's
whole
one
premise
hell
of
of
the show is to get
twisting.
home, and they got home, but his dad finally fixed the thing that squeaks the one way, so they never even
Mhm.
knew. And I remember that show. It was good for like moral dilemma. One of the characters is
Mhm.
the professor, who you
Mhm.
may remember as the dwarf in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they're in a world that never invented a nuclear bomb. And the professor, he just knows how to invent nukes, sure, whatever, right?
Mhm.
And there's like a deep impact event happening. Earth is going to get blown up by a meteor.
Mm-hmm.
So he invents the nuclear bomb for the world to blow up the meteor. And it's like, hey, we saved the world, but I gave you the nuclear bomb.
Right. Oh no.
And then it kind of leaves with like, he kind of gave like the exact worst guy the schematics for this. It's like, nuclear weapons, huh?
Oh
And
my
it's like,
God.
did I, in
Dun,
saving
dun,
this world,
dun.
did I doom this world? Kind of deal. And just,
Yeah, a little bit of a moralistic
I'm like 12
question.
years old watching that. And I'm like, wow, that's so fucking deep. Holy shit. You know, like,
Yeah, no, with Gene, you think he would
so we're
want.
definitely not getting that, right? But I just like, oh,
Mhm.
here's that moment like Slider's like, he just missed the thing that was the true happy ending, and they're finally going to be father and son forever. And it's like, I didn't do that
Right.
zone. I skipped that zone. I just grind it with Bisky in circles, fighting dinosaurs or whatever, and skip the whole thing.
Well, maybe in another world, he's like a loving, cool dad that absolutely wants to be with his son, but
At
clearly
no
he's.
point do I'm one episode further than this episode, where we're going to end up on. And that episode even gives us just that much context. Again, he feels like a monstrous piece of shit. Like at no point am I'm not rooting for him to find his father. Like it's not going to work out for him, I don't think.
Yeah, you will actually see a little bit of that. Well, I don't know if this is a spoiler, but he does meet his dad by the end of the anime.
I'm sure he
So,
does, right? But like, just I don't know. Like you're looking for the dad that left to go buy cigarettes and never came back, and like that's not the kind of dad you want to find, you know? Like
right, it's like you're looking for the parents that gave you up for adoption, but they gave you up because they were like not
shit
good
people. Like
parents.
yeah, they're
Yeah, like
druggies or
doing
whatever.
drugs. They didn't give a shit about you. So it's like you're looking for a truth, but you're not gonna like the answer
Yeah,
to.
exactly. Like, and sometimes that could be a good story. I don't know. That could be a good storytelling device in and of itself. Sometimes getting the thing you wanted isn't what you thought it would be, right?
Right.
That could be a good storytelling device in and of itself.
I don't know,
But
maybe Gon will learn his lesson, but it seems like not much is sticking to this boy.
no,
So,
not a learn a lesson kind of kid.
definitely not.
But he triggers the ending for Greed Island. So they have like fireworks and all. They have a parade for him and all that.
Yeah, it's a cute little show. Like there's like a feast and celebration and stuff like that. So, it's all
And
very cute.
they don't go into it, but like, did the servers turn off now? Like, what's everyone doing here? Like,
And round 2, Greed Island round 2.
we got our Burning Crusade expansion, like Wrath of the Lich King. Like, what are we doing here? Like, because there's still a lot of people in the actual game, right? So
Yeah, that's true. And like, all the moderators, like they're still in the game.
yeah,
So
does
presumably, like
Razor
what about
leave
these
now
yeah,
or
like the convicts, like are they just like free to we're done with our prison
yeah? Is
sentence,
it
we're
like that
free to
ending
roam
the
the
Con
world.
Air where like the man eaters just out in the loose in the wild now because they're not bound to the game because the game's been beat?
Yeah, it's interesting for how much detail they get into the mechanics of this world sometimes, just like how some questions are just never
Well,
answered
it's
with
like, yeah,
how
I
they
built this
work.
whole real world MMO that's like held together by a chain of prisoners. You know, like what do they do once they're not bound to it anymore?
Right, and your fellow hunter friends or whatever, the mods or whatever, they've just been waiting here for the past, what, 10 years for
Yeah,
Gon to show up?
at
It's
least
like,
a
are they
decade.
getting
Yeah,
paid? Yeah, it's like, I would not want to volunteer to do that, even if we were friends, even if you were paying me. I got other shit I gotta do with my life.
like I love my friends. I'm not waiting in the MMO for you for 10 years. You know, on the off chance I might see the son you abandoned.
Right, who you didn't really think like, you didn't want them to open that box anyways to
Yeah,
find out the truth of chasing you. You told them not to chase you, whatever. Ugh.
maybe we get the deep lore later, but just feels like some unearned loyalty, basically.
Yeah, basically, but anyways, regardless, so okay, so the game ends and then
They
they
can bring
take
the 3
out
cards of real
3
world,
cards.
but they
Yeah.
trick the system. And
Ooh.
so Bisky picks her thing. She just wants like this thing turns into a diamond or whatever. It's like money.
Yeah, the blue planet. It's like
Yeah.
a pretty blue diamond or jewel
Big
or
pretty gem.
something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you're only supposed to bring like the
The
non-common cards, like the named cards, right?
Yes. Yes.
So they bring in the paladin necklace, which removes all curses, but they cursed one of the common cards to look like a name card. Then they remove the curse on the card, so now it's back to being a common, which they shouldn't have been able to take out of the game. And it's the travel spell.
Yeah, a company or something like that.
Yeah, a company. And it turns out, as a kid or something, Gon was in the game, and he met what he understands to be Ging under a name which I actually will not say. I won't even try to be funny about it, because
it's pretty bad.
I'm sure the localizer saw that. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, maybe this means nothing in Japanese. We got some problems here in English.
Oh my god. Yeah, instant cancellation if you said that.
Yeah. So, like, Ging or something, like, very edgelord with his name choices, I guess, in the MMO. But since they technically are on his list of what they assume is Ging, it's like he's on the list of what we met. So because Gon was in the MMO when he was a baby and didn't know, so he met somebody as his first contact. So they're gonna use that travel spell to travel to that person,
right?
Because they scan the travel spell into the real world.
Sorry, before we get to the end of the episode, also Killua doesn't get a card for himself. Like Bisky gets one, but Gon gets 2 for himself.
Well, no, it's like, I want to bring Killua here because he's my friend, and friendship is the ultimate power. And like Bisky starts crying, and Killua's like, "Shut the fuck up, man!" Like,
that's right. Like, I want you to meet my dad. I guess that's Killua's reward, even though he doesn't give a shit about Gon's
like,
dad.
Fucking great reward. Well, Killua's reward is the power of friendship, right?
That's right.
I can have a friend, right? So that's what he's getting out of it.
Yeah, his arc is he's learning to be a real kid again.
Yeah, he's Pinocchio. He can be a real boy.
That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, so they just burn the card and it's going to what they assume is Ging. Which, since I did watch the next episode, what we're going to save for next time, but may not be him. And it may not be him for the dirt worst reason that Ging's a piece of shit. Actually.
But yeah, it ends on a cliffhanger, technically.
Yeah. They go there and they don't know where they are, and there's a mysterious person there who may or may not, it's not Ging.
Right. Mysterious person in the fog.
Yeah. And that basically is the end of Greed Island. They beat the game. They got hell of money, which I don't know if that's going to ever come up there. Like, turbo fucking rich now.
Billions of Jenny.
Yeah, they have billions and billions of dollars. Like, maybe that won't solve every problem they're going to have in the future, but I bet it could solve a good amount of them. At least of which is, like, that Cell guy. I don't know the first thing of what he's actually about. Right? But, okay, here's all this money. And then Killua's like, Dad, fuck him up. I'm paying you to fuck him up. You know? Bust out that Fist of the North Star shit you got. Like,
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, that he's like, canonically, that dude is very, very powerful.
I'm sure he's very strong.
Yes.
Like, he's in the game after all. He looks like Cell. Apparently, I know it's perhaps uncharitable to keep saying Cell, but he looks like Cell, and apparently that's on purpose. Like, that's not a like randomly I ran him to like a character design that's sort of serial number filed off look like that's a bit of an homage. Apparently, I've been told.
Well, I think it's hard to create a character like that. That's not a reference to that looks like that. That's not a reference of some sort.
Like, if it was a fat pink genie, I would say he looked like Majin Buu, right? Like.
Right, exactly.
So if it's like a green dude with a tail, sort of looks like Cell.
Right, the originator of that sort of type of look, essentially. But what do you think of the arc overall? I mean, I know it appealed to your magic side very greatly.
Like, the MMO gamer, like, it triggered a lot of memories in me. Like, just remembering UO, Anarchy Online, Dark Age of Camelot, like, all those old games, just like, vroom, 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 like, and most of those memories are pleasant for me. Maybe not so
Mhm.
pleasant for like the people I interacted with at the time. Like I mentioned here,
That
like
you griefed.
I've been banned from City of Heroes multiple times
Oh my
because like
god.
I was the kind of guy like, see, I'll give this for City of Heroes credit. They didn't mess around on banning griefers. Other
Mhm.
games, you had to go really far to get banned. I've never been banned from UO. I definitely should have been banned from UO a lot of times. Never got
Mhm.
banned from UO. Never got banned from Asheron's Call. Got banned from City of Heroes 6 times. So good on them. They actually cared about their community. The only way to circumvent it is if you ran into a guy who'd be willing to rebuy the game every time he got banned. And then he'd be back in a day doing the same thing he got banned for. And turns
Oh my
out
goodness.
that was worth it to me. So
How much did that game cost?
it was like $60. It was not cheap. I was younger too,
Yeah,
right?
I was
Money
gonna
was not
say,
free.
like
Like I didn't have a job yet, like a real job. So like that shit,
Mhm.
I was committed to the bit.
Well, if nothing else, I can never accuse you of not being committed, whether it's to YouTube, whether it's to the podcast, whether it's to, making videos at the expense of your own health and mental well-being. Like, that is the one thing I will never accuse you of.
No. Back in the day, I used to think I was lazy. Turns out, even that, I was playing I just understand that like the kind of energy I put towards griefing people in MMOs is a resource I can put towards a job. I just had to find the right job to put
Mhm.
it towards.
Right.
Yeah. So, like, Twitter people, like say in recent days, if you're a fan of Silk Song, you probably don't like me very much right now. Because I'm here to put down Silk Song in the name of glorious Clair-Obscur Expedition 33, the true game of the year. Silk Song is a nice distraction. It's a nice, as a distraction, a nice waste of time, right? Because that's what Silk Song is in the end. But yeah, like I have this well of energy in me that's almost endless, but it just has to be put towards the right or wrong cause. It turns out it's just not working midnights. I like the convenience store. I did that.
Yes.
I worked midnights at the convenience store. I worked midnights at the security place. I've done a lot of odd jobs over the years. I've worked construction, done a lot of farm work. Famously for me, I've shoveled pig shit very literally. Don't recommend it for most don't recommend it for most folks. Not very fun, especially because
Mhm.
the pigs are. You got to get the pigs out of the pen to do that.
Ooh.
Like the pigs, they ain't too cooperative either.
Yeah, and they're probably covered in their own shit, so
What you may have heard how pigs could be covered in filth. It's a bit of a
Mhm.
saying, right? It's a very literal saying. How they may wallow in their own filth. Because you also got to hose them off too,
Oof.
and also you got to get under there.
Yeah.
So it's a
My
whole
god.
experience. But when you can
I,
exploit your family's labor, and someone needs money very badly, they'll take the bad jobs. Because I'm pretty sure one of the times I did that was like to pay for City Heroes to buy it again after it got banned like the fourth or fifth time. So like at some point that money transferred to that.
I see. You're literally willing to,
I will suffer for my
waddle and
art.
pig shit
I will
for
suffer for
yes,
my
for the
art.
art.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're putting your, energy in a more productive direction nowadays towards running the engine of capitalism, baby. Hell
That's right.
yeah.
Please make sure to like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe. We can get, maybe 10 more cents on this channel.
Yeah. This channel, yeah, it's monetized now. I showed you that one video I made from like 4 years ago now or whatever.
Yeah,
That's still
the
earning the
Guilty
majority
Gear.
of the money on this channel on the
That's
Rooflemonger
crazy.
clips. Because when you get a 1,000,000 view video, like it'll persist. That's the nice thing about a 1,000,000 view video.
I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll strike gold at some point and I'll get that. I don't know. I'm not
It's
banking on
nice.
it,
It's nice.
but
Like
that'd be cool.
a 1,000,000 view video will make some money. It'll
Oh
make
yeah.
some money.
I am
I'm
sure. I
blessed to
mean,
have a couple 1,000,000 view videos on the main channel.
mhm.
And let me tell you, those make months worth of a normal paycheck for me. That's one video, months of pay.
Just so y'all know, I do not make money off these podcasts at all. I'm not seeing any of that 10
to be fair,
cents that Rooflemonger is making.
The $1 or so we make off each podcast, I'm not splitting that with her. But next time we hang out, I'll buy you lunch. So then I'll probably be in a deficit.
I appreciate that, but you know, I do have a day job in the engine of capitalism that makes me enough money to where I don't need to rely on your $1 lunch, but I appreciate it.
Hey, you can get the finest like hot sauce ramen for $1.
We could go to Tacos Al Gordo at Evo.
I do want to go there. People told me it's overhyped now, but I know it's there. It's actually very close to Evo too. It's in walking distance. So
yeah, it's just a little walk down the street. The question is, do you want to walk there in the heat? And then there's a huge line there, and
if there's a line, fuck the line. But the heat's nothing.
Yeah,
it's literally worse here where I live in Canada than the actual fucking desert.
Canadians built different, I guess.
Well, we have this thing called humidity, so it doesn't exist in the desert. The humidity where I live is 90 plus all the time.
God, that's disgusting.
That's normal here. That you will just walk out the door and go, oh my God, I'm dead. Just like you're done already. Nothing's happened. You're not even.
Sounds like Japan in the summer. I do not recommend going to Japan in the summer because the humidity is terrible.
Well, that's one thing I can handle. So like when I was in Florida finally, well, I've been in Florida before, but it was a long time before. But I was in Florida last year, right? And like it sucked, but like it sucked in a way I was totally used to. You know? I'm like, oh fuck, it's real humid. Yeah, it sucks. And like, but like to someone who is uninitiated to what that kind of humidity can do, I feel like you are actually done on the spot.
Yeah, I never really grew up in a very humid spot, and like where I live now, it can definitely get humid, but not on that level.
You're closer to the East Coast, right? Like
yes, East Coast. Well, that's what we'll say.
No one's gonna triangulate from there.
No, I appreciate it.
You're in one of the hemispheres of the world.
Yeah. I'm in America. I'm on the East Coast. That's all you need to know.
But yeah, so weather sucks basically. Like the best time of the year for me is coming up real soon when it's fall. The humidity subsides and the temperatures are lower. It's the ways I likes it.
Yeah. No, Evo's the humidity there is not too bad. You know,
Evo, there is no humidity. It's whatever the number says. Done.
Yeah. It's just dry. I just remember it was so dry.
Yeah, my lips got super chapped because it was super dry, but.
Yeah, it was super chapped. I was like drinking water all the time. That aspect of it. I mean, that's more of an inconvenience than anything because I had access to water, but that was pretty terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. And this past year at Evo, I actually was able to sit down and have some decent meals. So
this year at Evo, I probably for every Evo going forward, like I go to that like overpriced place that sells the pizza in the same building.
Mm-hmm.
I just eat like, cause like I'm in between appointments, food, energy, go next thing.
Yeah. Well, you're there with actual appointments. I'm more so there to working, but like, I don't have like necessarily set appointments.
I don't know if it's this upcoming year, but like whenever Virtual Fighter comes out, whenever that is here, fuck appointments. I am competing. The last 3 years now, 3 years in a row, I've had to drop every pool I've been in for work. I signed up 3 years in a row, drop. So for no matter what, if I have an appointment, like on the only appointment to make me drop a Virtual Fighter 6 pool is like, yo, Primal Rage 2 for real. Like that'd be like the only thing at this point that could get me.
Right. Okay. Well, hopefully next year, even if VF
like don't get me
out.
I still want work. Like don't if you are taking I want appointments, I need to pay my bills, right? But like I will find a way to work around it to make sure I can do my pool. Even if I go like 0-2 or like a shitter or whatever, right? But I just want to actually go to Evo and do the tournament thing for
right.
Like,
actually do the thing that people are coming here.
What 99% of people are there to do.
Yes.
Yeah. And if someone wants to pay me to do commentary, I'll do commentary. Because that's a paid gig. Like I need I'll do pools. I ain't too
basically,
proud. I'll do pools.
And any and all money, we'll take it. Whether it be the Going with the Wind podcast, commentary, getting
I'm definitely like the
exclusive
poorest name
interviews.
in the FGC. Like, trust me. Like, I can pay my rent, but once again, I live in a dirt poor shit apartment in the crackhead end of town. Like, not exactly the Ritz, right? Like,
right.
if you'll pay me, I'll be there.
Yeah, well, I'm not really making big bucks on my channel either. I mean, that's not why I started it. But like I said, day job. So
Yeah,
that's why I don't.
this is all I got. So, like, trust me, I like the trip I got to go to coming up. I'm going on my birthday. I had to cancel plans in Quebec for that. But it's a trip that will lead to content that'll make money. So we're doing it. And admittedly, honestly, I can't say what it is. I think when it's said and done, you guys will enjoy the video or videos. I don't know. Will it be I actually don't know yet. Anyways, but you'll enjoy the content. By the time we do the next episode, it should already be live. So then I could probably talk about whatever that trip is. And no, I'm not going to Tokyo Game Show. I'd be sick. I'm not going to Tokyo Game Show.
Japan would be awesome. Japan would be super dope. I'd love to go to Tokyo Game Show. Shit. That would be
here, I'll give you a fake out. How about that? And actually, now that I think about it, because I think all y'all watching, you got a good handle of how I operate at this point. Where I could say something, then like, oh, it's obviously a lie, but then is it a lie? Let's use some code words, right? Maybe I'm going to see some sort of red snake. That's too obvious. How about a red anaconda? No, that's too obvious. How about a crimson snake? No. How about just like a viper? That's kind of snake. I don't know. No, okay, let's drop it. That's too off. Am I fucking with you? You don't. I'm Rooflemonger. If anyone could, it's me. You know that. If anyone could, it's me. So what's happening there?
It is a very important appointment. Very big appointment. Some would say his next video could be something you've never seen before.
It could be. Or it could be something that you have seen before and don't understand. Or it could be something that's complete fucking miss. Like, I could be just fucking throwing out red herrings left and right, and like the actual reason I'm going has nothing to do, and now I'm just fucking filling your head with fucking nonsense. Because I can do that too, and I have done that, and I will do it again. So where am I? Where am I on this?
You just have to watch the next video to find out.
Exactly. The best part is too, like, people say stuff, and like almost all you're going to certainly be wrong, and it's actually, I don't want to say I don't want to say what it is, but like, it's random. You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. I've hit people with this, and like, I've hit people with this to build up something, and then it's so not what they expected. Like, at all. And hopefully I've just crisscrossed you enough to like, well, Hakan is coming back. How about that? Confirmed.
I mean, to be fair, if the people are still watching up until this point, I think they know you well enough to where they know not to take anything you say seriously.
Oh, no, they should know. I'm here. I exist just to fuck with you. Like, if I didn't have to work, I'd just be on Twitter all day fucking people 24/7 until I died. Like, that'd be my ideal retirement.
Unhinged, ungated Rooflemonger. That would be...
You guys have not even seen that yet. Like, Twitter gets like 25% of my power now. Like, Rooflemonger with no consequences. Like, I'm scared of what that'll be.
You don't want to see the other me.
I don't even know what that'll be, man. Like, that, I've held myself back for so long.
I do see little slips of it here and there.
Like, I can't remember when I was like trolling the Silk Song people the other day. Someone replied, I'm just like, you Silk Song fans are pigs. And like, that's a little unhinged, but like, I type and I hit post, and then I think. Thinking is the last part of the process, right? Just that's like the most, like, how can I rile you up?
It's like in the Superman movie where you have all the monkeys like
yes,
typing,
like that is me. Debate. That is me to a fuck. Like, regardless, like the whole monkey thing, because I know that's also part of the brand, right? But that is what I want. Like, I let it slip. I put like Claire Obscure making fun of Silk Song in the last video I just put out. Like, it's in the video. Like, I let the mask slip that much. And thankfully, soon enough, you're going to be there with me once you beat Claire Obscure.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited to get more into Clair Obscur.
I almost wonder is once
TBD.
you are finally done if we do like a Going with the Wind guy Dan about Clair Obscur. Because like once you're done,
I'd be
you're gonna
down.
have some thoughts. Trust me, you are. And
I
I'm
already have some thoughts,
you do, and
but
you're gonna have something. And stuff's gonna happen. And stuff's gonna happen. And stuff's gonna happen. And then you're probably gonna cry a bit. I did. I'm man enough to
I'm
admit
sure
it.
I'll cry.
I grew up in the household. Men don't cry. Well, I somewhat got out of that phase. I don't know. I'm out of the phase enough to like know that it was wrong for me to learn that way.
Mhm.
But like, you are still like a product of your upbringing to a degree.
Right.
So I don't know if you want to call that
No,
toxic
no.
masculinity or whatever. Like, I understand I was mostly raised wrong on that, but it's still there a little bit. But even then, Clair Obscur, it got the waterworks out of me on a few points.
Aw.
Yeah.
I cry super easily. Like, it doesn't take much. So,
Well,
I'm gonna keep a box of tissues right next to me.
you know how they say, for those who come after,
Mhm.
they're going to punch you in that gut with that line more than a few times.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
They made that the line specifically to have emotional weight at multiple points of the game.
I see. And like, at the end of battles where it says like we continue.
Yeah.
Like even the weight of that, like it doesn't say continue, it says we continue. Like it's just like the little contextual details
Just
like
little
that.
things
It's
like
like, oh, there's like
this
weight
is
to that.
like, I can't say the moment because this is Act 3, right? Maybe the
Mhm.
hardest moment in the game is using that kind of stuff, like all these little quips they have about that kind of stuff, in like a very aspirational way. It's basically
Mm.
someone taking fucking badass shit's happening, shit's working in your favor for the first time in the whole game, basically. Like shit's
Mhm.
going your way in a way that hasn't for the whole game. And then shit's happening, and it's just someone's like, tomorrow comes. That's another one of the lines, because we're all working for tomorrow, right? And I was just like, and like, oh, one of the like the most uplifting tracks in the game plays at that point. And the whole time I'm in my chair, I'm like, oh, yeah, it's like, and Clair Obscur doesn't normally get that feeling out of you. Normally it's like, oh, no, don't. Like, it's usually that, right? But near that ender sequence, it's like, you're like, you're just feeling it. Shit's working. And then bad stuff happens and you'll lose that real quick. But
Oh,
but it gets you, like, it makes you go the whole emotional spectrum, right? So
a roller coaster.
it is. It's a
Like, you go on
roller
a little
coaster of the
roller
game.
coaster ride with them.
Yeah. For you at home watching the moment in Act 3 with there's a sword point and your bros are at your back and tomorrow comes. That's a fucking hard line.
Well, tomorrow comes,
Yeah.
and I gotta play that game tomorrow.
Yeah, you gotta play some more
too.
Clair Obscur. I'm actually, for every single person who I've badgered to play the game, all of them, I'm very invested in what you think about the game. So I'm actually super invested in what you think about the game as you get to where you're going. Please, in the comments, no spoilers, just in case, because everyone should play the game. It's the game of the year, way better than Silk Song. But yeah, so we'll be back as usual, 6 to 10 days, hopefully. I gotta go. I'll be back. What day am I coming back? I should be back about a week from now, I think. So hopefully there's no, because I'm definitely going to be watching a lot of episodes on the various traveling I got to do. I got hell of trains ahead of me. So I got plenty of time to watch some Hunter episodes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, just let me know where you end up wanting to stop, or I'll message you maybe.
Yeah, so we'll be
But I
starting
think
the
you'll
new
probably be
act,
ahead of me.
episode 76, Union Understanding, because I've written down here. The Chimera Ant arc, of which there is very literal ants. Because I'm one episode ahead. I watched the next episode. So I was just, I thought it was like a bunch of mutant freaks. And maybe it still is a bunch of mutant freaks. I don't know.
I mean, it's a bunch of mutant freaks.
But I just saw the literal ant and I'm like, good on you. You delivered. There's an actual ant. That's kind of all I really wanted. Because I was just envisioning like, there's going to be mutants. I'm like, no, I thought in my head I'd be complaining, where's the ants? Because I thought they'd be like metaphorical ants.
Right. Or like hot, sexy anime girls that are secretly ants.
Yeah,
right?
like that lady from One Punch Man who's like the sexy bee or something like that. Like,
exactly.
But so they
like,
gave me some
human.
literal ants. So I'm honestly sold. You can give me all the anime freaks, mutants you want after this. You gave me the ants. We're good.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely get creative with some of the character designs moving forward. So,
And I'll have a lot more to say about
definitely
Ging,
get some wacky ones.
because the fucking thing he does in that episode pissed me off insanely. I hate his father. There's nothing that has endeared his father to me in the least. They got to do something big to win this guy over to me.
I mean, they made him look really cool where he was like riding a dragon on top of a dragon. You didn't like
Sure,
that?
like, but I've been there. I've seen it. That was the first time I've ever saw it. Sure, but I saw Piccolo do that shit 50 times in the 90s, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. We'll get there. Ging sucks.
I don't think you're meant to like him, but
Maybe I'm
anyways.
not, right? Like, because usually most characters in a show, unless they're outright a villain, you are meant to like them on some degree, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you read Tepu, right?
Yes, I did.
So I remember telling you, like, the main character, you're not meant to like the main character. And that's why part of the reason I like Tepu is because the main character is the villain in a way.
Right.
Because she doesn't earn anything. She's just amazing at everything out of the gate. And like the villains, the antagonists are the actual people you should be rooting for, because you want the main character Tepu to finally lose a fucking fight.
Right. And they have very like plucky personality, like
the one
shonen
girl's
type.
like actually Makoto from Street Fighter, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I read Tepu, by the way. It's about women's MMA in Japan.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. It's not long. You could probably burn through it in like an afternoon. Like,
yeah, it was short and it ended very unexpectedly.
kind
so
of
I'm guessing I'm guessing it was like dropped or something, unfortunately.
like,
but
yo, you got one more issue like, we're ending it. You got one issue to wrap it up. Like Knights of Sidonia. Right. Which, fuck, that was the most abrupt ending of all time.
Mm-hmm.
It's I think we mentioned this one. It's about a flesh Gundam.
Yes, I think you mentioned it.
And they set up this whole arc, this whole world, this whole universe, and then the guy was told, like, you have one chapter to wrap this up, when he probably needed like 30 more to do it. And so it just, it ends in the most compressed way, like just a trash fire.
Yeah, I mean that's really unfortunate. But that's the nature of the industry, you know.
When you run weird romance flesh Gundam comics, it's gonna happen.
Can't say I've ever been in that position before, but
I mostly stuck with it just because, like, is this really like a romance between a dude and like a 50-foot flesh mech? And like, yeah, it was. Like, that's the plot basically.
All right, kudos.
It's not like that other one, Darling in the Franxx or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like a like she's the robot or something, but it's like a traditional sexy anime lady. Like, no, this is a gigantic flesh Gundam. And that's the romance.
In defense of Darling in the Franxx, actually the first half of the anime I think is quite good. And then the second half, they like must have had like another season planned out. It was another situation where I think it got canceled and they like zooped it all into like real tight.
To be fair.
And then it was way too rushed.
To be fair, I've never watched it. I only know the basics.
Mm-hmm.
But I do.
Sexy girl in a Gundam.
Regardless of the context, I just feel safe saying Eva ripoff.
I mean, couldn't you say that about any mech anime at this point? Like Code Geass.
It's been some time. But I could work it in. It's like, hey, weird Oedipus love con. Like loving something in the robot. Like that. Shinji's robot is his mother, by the way. Spoilers. So, like, there's stuff there.
There's a lot of layers with Ava that it's beyond me. It's beyond me. I'm just like, I don't think I have the artistic eye to be able to understand what they were trying to tell, especially in the last 2 episodes. I was like, this is...
That's why they redid it, right, as the movie. And then with an infinite budget, they still gave you an ending that was literally Anos, fuck you to the fans. I have all the money in the world to make anything I want, and fuck you for not liking my original ending, so I'm not giving you an ending you want again.
I have not past like the initial anime. I haven't seen any of the movies or anything like that. So
fun Eva fact is Eva super, because I've said so much about Eva, right? There's the show, there's Death and Rebirth, like End of Evangelion the movie, and there's the redo movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have never, to this day, I've not watched the fourth movie. I don't know if I ever will. Because I'm in the weird position. Because it actually kind of means a lot to me, right? If I watch it, then Eva's over.
Ah, okay, I see.
So if I don't watch it, it's never over. So I have all my fun, and it's a fucked up weird show, right? But I have all my fun. If I don't watch that last movie, it's never over.
Okay. Hey, you could always set it as like a like a like goal, you know, like if I get 4,000 likes on my next video, I'll watch the final.
It has to be a lot more than that. Like I've
that's
avoided that movie
4,000
for
is
a
nothing
long
for
time. Like I would only watch that movie is if they made something new with Eva, because then it's safe. Because Eva's not over because there's a new thing, so I can finally watch that movie.
I see. It's like a mental block.
Kinda. Like there's been a lot of JRPGs. I get to the final boss and don't beat the game. Because I like the game, and if I beat the boss, the game's over.
That's true. But then if you don't beat the game, then it's forever on your list of games that you have to beat, and so your backlog just forever grows.
For me, that's a long backlog. I've done this to more than a few games.
Oh my god. I have a long backlog too, but I at least try to finish the game. That way I can like say that even if I haven't done all the side content, you know.
I haven't done as much in recent years, but like there's especially like I don't know, like my 20s and like late teenage years too. Like I like the game, like, but I like it too much. Like, okay, if I beat it, it's done. Then I have to stop playing it. So I'll stop playing it and not beat it, and then it's just forever on the horizon.
But then do you go back and you play like all the side quests? You do all the
I've done that
side
too.
stuff,
Yeah,
or you just stop playing that? Okay.
Yeah, I just never beat it. I'll before YouTube or whatever, but like I'd find a way to watch the ending, but I just wouldn't beat it.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So I'm sure that has like a profound mental, like some like therapist is looking at it, it's like, all makes sense now, right?
Well, as someone who loves collecting trophies on like PlayStation and stuff like that, I'm all about like just beating the game and getting that trophy. So
I wish that meant something to me. I want that to mean something to me, right? But like I look at it and it's like, The only game I ever cared about the trophy was Saints Row 2. Because Saints Row, I was looking for more excuses to keep playing the game. And eventually I landed like, okay, I'll do all the trophies now. Like that was like the one game I like went out of my way. That and the Mass Effect games. So the only other games I have every trophy for or achievement. But
I don't know. I just like to have it. It's
a nice record. Like I was here, I did this. Like I get it.
Penis, you know.
I want the gamer sickness in here. I want to be more completionist about it. It just doesn't hit.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm literally just based on what you've been telling like us and me during this entire podcast episode. Yeah, someone out there is like a psychiatrist or who's just like, man, Rooflemonger is showing XYZ telltale signs of.
I'm sure in the end it's gonna be like serial killer traits or something. Like not good. Not good.
Well, you're very charming for a serial killer then. Very Ted Bundy style.
Turns out they tend to be. You don't get that serial killer with like, oh, the ladies hate him. You get the ones that line up at the prison to give him mail or whatever, right?
That's a real thing too.
I know.
Like
fucking what's his face? Oh my god. It's serial killer guy who was in Ontario specifically. And he has like a huge fan base with the women.
What?
Yeah. What's his name? He's in Kingston prison right now, I think. God, I don't know. I'm not going to spend forever on that, but yeah.
No, that's fair.
But yeah, so we are at the end of Greed Island. We are moving forward to the Chimera Ant arc, which is the longest arc.
It is, by
far. But we are over halfway done Hunter x Hunter. So we have far outlasted other competing things like Nen Impact. With all the love in the world, I do believe we've outlasted competing podcasts about Hunter x Hunter at this point too. Nothing but love. I'm not sure how far they got, but I think we're further than them now.
I don't know, actually.
And even if we stop today, like they stopped dead. So we'll be further than them forever.
That's right. Yeah. We're the longest still running Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact podcast.
Yeah. So, but yeah, pretty cool. Like Green Island, I think the Phantom Troupe stuff was stronger overall. Introduced because like a lot of what they introduced in the world, mostly nonsense. Honestly, like it's weird MMO stuff, which admittedly is peculiarly effective for me having that background and talked about magic, and now like this whole like watching this might have cost you money. Like you getting those magic cards, like is this part of this?
Yeah, well,
I can't say it had no effect on you on this, right? Like
I would say that more so it kind of revived my desire to go back and play some of the old MMORPGs that I used to play. But no, definitely like the Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering synergy combined with talking about these card mechanics. Yeah, it definitely got to me for sure.
Yeah.
I would say so.
Yeah, like
I mean, I wouldn't be dropping, I mean, how much have I dropped on cards? Probably a few hundred.
It helps not to think about it sometimes, like really. Like
it's okay. I do have some dumb money that I can spend, and I don't spend recklessly. You know, I'm
gotta spend some money to live life.
Dumb purchases.
Yeah.
Which is to say, that $50 card, no way, that's way too fucking expensive. But that $20 card, if I only buy one of them or two of them, then that's saving $10. So
let your collection build up a little bit. And then once you have a lot of the easier to get cheaper cards, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, you know what? I could use that $50 card. You're thinking about it, right? Like,
oh, and it has foil when you think about it.
The foil, I don't care. What got me was the alternate arts. I never cared about foil.
Oh.
So like I would, back in the day, I have the foil card. Cool. I'll trade you the regular one and you give me a couple bucks. Win for me, right? It does the same thing. I don't care. But then they started introducing like the alternate arts and stuff like that, and that's what got me.
Yeah, the borderless ones too. They do slap.
Exactly. That's what got me, right? It's like I mentioned before that the Terra, the Final Fantasy VI Terra, the one with the old school art. I had that card and I spent $100 to get the good one, the one from my childhood, so I can relive my childhood forever. And you know, I'll close out on this. As an 80s baby, I do feel bad for a lot of you guys that are younger, because I will get to relive my childhood forever. Forever and ever and ever. Because Ninja Turtles and Transformers are never going away. We're always getting new ones of those. We ain't getting new Ben 10s. We're getting new Ninja Turtles, though. And as people in my generation become like the new boomers, and we just work our way through every position of power, I get to relive the 80s forever to the day I die, baby. Look at this. I wear my blue and my hot pink, and it's going to always be in style because the 80s never go away. The 90s, there's a couple cool, like No Doubt was cool. You know, there's a couple cool bands back then, you know, like, but for the most part, shit sucked. And then early 2000s, you guys are just fucked. I'm sorry. Cultural wasteland. You guys have nothing, will get nothing.
Oh man, you don't even want to think about the kids growing up now. What you think about them?
Best of luck going forward. All I can say. God bless. Hope you survive.
It's hopefully we'll all survive the nuclear wasteland that is TikTok. But
man, as you know, like some of my younger friends, like I don't know how they. I'm like, let's just watch a movie. Okay, yeah, let's watch a movie. And I just look over. Like,
oh, some of my friends my age are like that too.
Like I get being like I'm like one of the should be anyways by the old standards textbook definitions of internet brain rot. But I see some younger people, they're just done. They can't function without. Can't even watch a movie without being on the phone. Like if you have one source of entertainment literally beaming directly into you, like used to be, well, the TV will ruin your mind. They instead of raising us, they would put us in front of the TV, and that was good enough. And now TV is not even enough. Like, I just feel bad. Like, I don't know. Now we're ending on a sad note here. Like, God, I hope nothing but for the best for you kids. I have my good memories. You know, like,
no offense if y'all are on the younger side, but somehow I don't think those people are your core demographic on this podcast.
No, I look on the main channel, I can see the demographics, right? And my main demographics are basically age 25 to 50.
Yeah, I was
So,
gonna say my audience also skews older,
yeah.
so
By the way,
I don't think
I
they're
am a
watching.
feminist. A full 3% of my audience are women. So, just putting it out there.
Hey, I am one of that 3%.
There you go. Thank
So
you very much. I remember at some
right.
point, a bunch of FGs people, like, we posted all our stats on Twitter, right? And I
Mhm.
actually have like one of the largest ladies audiences at 3%. Like Justin was like 1% or something like that. Like
Yeah. Ain't that sad to see, but
we're we're trying here. FGC, we're a very diverse group, but it makes you realize just how bad the diversity must be for everybody else. You know, like if we're at where we are, and like, you know, the makeup you would see at any given tournament, which to me like runs
Mhm.
everything, right? But then like the
Mhm.
audience on YouTube is 3%. So it makes me think if you're like a Call of Duty YouTuber or something, that must be like 0.003 for ladies or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I feel like when I go to tournaments, I see
It's
a
like, yeah,
pretty
tournaments
good
very
mix.
like it's
Yeah.
excellent. Especially like I've been to like a lot of like LAN events, like normal esports, right? And let me tell you that don't got no diversity compared to esport like FGC esports.
Mhm.
It's like mono white Asian, 99% men for like
Yeah,
normal esports.
sounds about right.
Yeah. Well, it's always like I remember going to Fan Expo. Like Fan
Oh, look
Expo,
at us.
you go there and like go to the horror extra part of Fan Expo,
Mhm.
then it's like old white guys and tattoos. Versus like everything else is like anime and gaming, so much younger. But the horror section is
Right.
just like a very specific demographic.
That's funny. I didn't know horror was mostly coded towards an older white demographic.
I'm a horror fan. So I think it's doing
Well,
better
they fit
now. I think
right
it's
in.
doing better now. But like I just noticed going to Fan Expo because it's always gaming, anime, movies, horror. It's always broken up into four
Mhm.
parts. And horror is just like biker ass people compared to like
Right,
every other
totally
section.
different demographic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But
Yeah, I feel
I'm sure it's better now, but
yeah, back in the day, I feel like the crossover between like anime fans and kind of like that goth kind of like alternative scene, like that actually had like a fairly decent amount of crossover. But nowadays, I feel like anime is quite mainstream, gaming is quite mainstream, so you don't really see that
that's how,
crossover as
you know,
much.
that's how it ended. That's how they ruined it. I talked about how it was better back in my day and all. They made it too main. They made it for the normals. Back in my day, Trigun was for the chosen few, the elite. You know, Cowboy Bebop, 3 people saw that. That was it.
All right, Dad.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, we'll end up because we're already having too much. So we'll be back in a week-ish. We'll start
Ish. Yeah, yeah, ish.
the Chimera Ant arc. I might not. I don't know. I might have a fun story too about travel. And again, I might not. It might just suck and like be a waste of my time. So I don't fucking know. So
Well, either
hopefully
way, I
it's
hope you
cool.
have smooth travels. Smooth travels.
And I did joke about TGS. So even when I am traveling, I will be working TGS stuff. Like I'll be like in a hotel and like just covering all the TGS stuff. So don't worry about that.
Mhm.
So, but yeah. So for myself, the Rooflemonger, and for
Babe Ruthless.
there you go. That is it for this week's episode of Going with the Wind, and we'll catch you next time.